Seamless. Just like that.
Was
See? Seamless. How's everybody? How are we all? We're live on the internet.
Oh, hi! That's how seamless it was.
That's what the 10-second countdown is for.
That's
No,
it.
I thought he said he was going to run an advert.
I did.
did?
It went on for 10 seconds.
That was what the 10-second countdown was for.
Oh,
We hope you enjoyed that advertisement.
yeah, it was great, everybody.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
We
that.
certainly
I
did.
am in full faculties of what's going on here.
Guys,
I still don't know what's going
if
on.
any of you at all would like to have an awesome music jingle made by the same people who made our absolutely amazing awesome music jingle, please do get in touch. I have it on good authority that for the meager price of £10 donated to charity, you can work with the musicians that put together our jingle. And they will hopefully be able to give you something that fits what you ask of them for £10, a donation to charity.
nothing.
That's nothing
Nothing, that.
at
We should
all.
get another one.
We should
Yeah, let's get
actually.
2 more.
Yeah, we should do that definitely. Hello
Just
everybody.
get one saying in, Angie Pops is great, Angie Pops is great. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds fine. We'll get you to vote.
Angie's
It happens
boss.
eventually. I like we have to pay someone to do this. Just
Yeah, that might cost more. Strain, hello. Welcome into chat. I'm not going to say hello to
Hello.
people that are already here because that's
We can
That's
strain.
it.
we'll
Aldo,
get-
how's it going? How's Ireland? Are you still in your hotel lockdown? Are you? Strain,
Oh.
how's it going? Minerva, hello. Bungmaster, how's it going? Just one advert, was it? Yeah, just one advert.
It's a jingle more than
There's a
advert,
jingle.
isn't it?
Send the
That's
details.
What, see, you just
That's
paid
the
the jingle,
important
not an
part of an
advert. Or trailer.
Strain, you please just drop me a line in Discord if, and otherwise I will forget until next week or when I look at this VOD and I see that you asked for this, and then I'll remember, and then I'll probably not have any time to do it because typically I watch these just before the show, so I could broadly remember what happened. Speaking of what happened, has anybody got anything to say?
I got something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Heard it here first.
I don't know why we asked Mark to say anything.
If we have
I should
first order would be, I suppose, Angie Pops. What is gonna happen in the future for IMT?
I'm going to
Crystal
get another
ball.
job that's not such. Oh no, that IMT. Okay. Well, I mean, this month is just nice and simple. We've got one blip in the weekend. It's the normal Blade, D&D tomorrow, questions and answers session, which we've really pre-planned this month, and it's like, yeah, yay! We all know what's happening on Sunday. So
So
yeah.
we've got D&D tomorrow and the
Things.
Q&A on Sunday, and then we're
two games of Dungeons and
And then
Dragons
next
tomorrow.
week, well, we're really throwing it all up in the air next week, because next Friday we've got Those Dark Places game being ran by the master that is Jonathan Hicks. And then we've got this game on I'll behave now.
the
This
19th.
game on Saturday ran by
Kadaru.
Kadari.
That's my name.
Good
Not the
grief.
name that I call him when we're not online.
Octopus Boy.
That's also my name. In very select circles.
So yes, so he's running a game. Hellboy, you know the big red thing with the bunny hands from that film thing. Never liked it.
Oh, you've really sold that to everyone, Ange.
All
Well
of this
done.
is technically accurate.
Isn't that great? Yeah. It's true, Ange
No, the
really
film
doesn't
was
like
alright. It was
What,
just his
you
hand.
legend,
It-
the
it
Lord of
just-
Darkness.
That
No,
hand.
hang on. Don't start talking about films you didn't
I'm
like. It
with-
did not go well
I
with
did
it.
not. No,
Oh.
no.
No, I said the film was okay. It was just his hand I didn't like.
Well,
I could just see the
Ange,
whole film.
basically, if
Just be
anybody.
quiet. The internet remembers.
If anybody would like to have their choice of film completely slated by Ange, just let us know what it is, and she'll not like it. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
but it is. But her arguments are
I-
rubbish.
I do
don't
love
like it
of
because
everything
don't
that
like his
happened.
name.
I love the
You're
fact
telling
that
me his hand
and
didn't
everything
annoy
that
you.
happened, everything that happens in that film the thing that breaks the suspension of disbelief is like, his hands are big. That's unnatural.
It's got a big arm.
That's not right. That's not
I mean,
right.
to be fair, it is only one of them, which really does mess with you.
You
know
can't
the
say
name of a
every
guy's
time
big
I saw
hand.
the hand, it was like, there it is. It's there.
I
Anyway.
think I'm playing. I think I'm playing a minister in a Hellboy
You
environment.
bastard, Josh.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Tomorrow's game of D&D, I would just like to give a big shout out for, because we are getting close to some serious stuff, some serious exposition, some story arcs. Potentially tomorrow might be the end of us. Could be, it might not be, depending on what everybody does. But it could be the end of a story arc. So please, if you are able to,
Have you just hinted at a total party kill?
No,
Yep.
no. Not coming to play
Backup
tomorrow if you do
characters
that.
that is another option that actually I hadn't thought about. So thanks for that, Someone Pirate. Much appreciated.
I should tell you what. Have you still got spaces in your Hellboy game there, K-Dari?
Yep.
Infinati,
There is
go
no-
big or go home. They're stitching up brave enough to pull it off. Prove them
Can
wrong.
I just put it out there now?
Go on then.
If my character dies...
You can put it out there with a really big hand.
My character dies, Croy.
Uh-huh.
Croy,
Uh-huh.
look at me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
We should
My
all...
character dies,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sulk monumentally. So I might even cry.
Mm. The thing is, you said that
We'll talk-
you said that last time when your character was on the very edge of death.
Oh, and I
And-
threw my dummy out the pram then.
And then, but Charlotte rolled a 20 when that was the only thing that would have saved you. So, who
I
knows?
will. I'm
So,
sorry,
anyway,
but
but-
it's the longest serving
Yeah.
character in the game.
That's true, actually,
Sounds like it.
and therefore my favourite.
Like
I
All
do.
good
like
things
part of
come to an end,
is-
right?
like a part of the furniture.
I'd just like to point out that a story arc is not the same thing as a total party kill. Just to get you, it
Well, it
could
depends on
be.
the story arc.
It could be that,
Hold on a
but
minute.
it doesn't.
Are you telling me a total party kill does not end a story arc?
No, I'm
No.
just saying it's not necessarily the same
Oh, yeah.
thing. Listen, if y'all,
Yeah. According to TV, only one person has to die.
I was just trying to point out that it could be a gripping finale of a long story that we've had.
Story,
That's
yes.
all.
A
I
gripping
get
finale
it. Ariel's not
a big
going
hand.
to die.
with a giant
It's
stony
a
fist.
big grip. That's what that is.
You bring a character in tomorrow with a big fist that's like abnormally big, just not proportional to the rest of his body.
But clearly, we'll have big lips
Well,
and
that's
Brad
how the
Pitt.
That's just me in real life. Look,
I'm gonna ask if my next
I need to
one-off
stop doing
character
that.
could be McFist. Yeah,
Oh, it's already
I'm
been
gonna-
gift, mate.
I'm gonna ask Infinati if my next one-off character could be McFisto.
That sounds
That's
almost
just
like.
wrong on so many levels.
There was actually a shoe brand that I remember from like the 80s and 90s. It was called Mephisto, but I don't know if that's. Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't take much for us to go off on a tangent, does it?
No, Minerva's just confused at this point.
What tangents were?
They're great. So they're great oranges. I like the big ones as well.
A minor digression. We
So
may get
yeah,
back on the
anyway,
subject.
after that weekend, we're back onto the normal D&D, Blazes Up. And then July, well, that's just off the wall right now, July.
There you go.
We have different games, we have people on holiday, we have different GMs and all sorts happening.
It's a whole different wall planner, that.
It is. And I was trying to sort it last night. I was a little bit discombobulated.
Drunk, she means.
I
Okay.
was not drunk.
So anyway, that's all. That's everything
Aye.
that we needed to be done with. Done. Now we could move on to the thing that we are really here for, and that's Blades in the Dark with our games master, Some Old Pirate. Take it away, sir.
What am I taking away?
The game.
Oh, right.
We believe in you.
I have no idea what we're doing this
There can be only one.
Nicking
Yeah.
stuff.
If you
We're gonna
need
make some
an
stuff
idea
up.
if you need an idea for a surprise villain, I can suggest someone.
Fisty McFistface.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to rewrite next week's story now.
Oh.
McFisto.
Okay. We ended. I mean, there was some spectacular rolls in the last session, wasn't there?
It's true.
you probably had more successes in one evening than you have through the entire time we've been playing this game. Just in that one evening, that was it. It was spectacularly successful, which just means that nobody got any experience points.
Yeah.
We didn't. We got nothing.
Look at you.
Which is
Success,
great.
success, success,
Yeah.
success, success. Critical success.
Yeah.
Great.
Critical
Means I can take
success.
a week off, and I'm not really behind anyone in it.
Yeah. We'll get to test out the theory whether Lloyd really is the jinx of the group this evening.
Yeah.
He has
My
rolled a
constant
6 already.
criticism of my constant criticisms of RNG system
Hmm.
makes him angry.
Remind me of the games that you play again. That dice. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
You were hired by the Lampblacks. Basho Baz. He asked you to get him some weapons because there's a war going on in Crow's Foot between the Lampblacks and the Red Sashes. And he sent you off to try and find him some weapons to help him, to give him an advantage in this little skirmish. And somebody discovered, I can't remember which one of you it was now, that there was a rival gang that was moving some weapons into the city through the Old North Port, which is outside the lightning barrier. And after a little bit of recon by Tar, you discovered a group of ne'er-do-wells in a warehouse that were waiting for some crates to arrive by ship. You then went in disguise, pretending to be members of the rival faction, and convinced everyone, even members of the rival faction, that you were the rival faction. And promptly killed everyone and escaped with the weapons. And that's kind of
When
where
you
we
say promptly
stopped.
killed, it was a bit of a. It did involve goats, a cart, and tipping people into water.
It did.
They were consumed by
You
the
just
These are all
skipped
storm.
over
things
the
that can
killing
kill
bit
people.
as if it was nothing. It was amazing.
It was a great fight.
There was blow darts and everything, wasn't there?
There was.
Blow darts, goats.
There were darts that was blown. There was darts that was thrown. There was darts that there was not Dr. Seuss.
I never read that. Didn't like it.
Oh, you do surprise me. Dr. Seuss, the guy with really big hands.
Cat stream.
So, we can quickly go through downtime. This isn't going to take too long because
Nobody did anything.
nobody got any points.
I've got 4 stress, but I'm.
Can we do the? Should we do the crew first before we do individually?
Yeah, do the crew first.
Oh crap. Yeah, okay. So, actually, what we need to do anything is heat. Now, you probably didn't generate any heat either, really, during that scrap, because nobody would know about it, right?
Because they're all
We were
dead.
disguised.
Everybody that was there is probably dead, or the police didn't find out anything about it. So, that's all going to be pretty straightforward. So, if we quickly do crew advancement, then, what did we do? Execute successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage operation.
Yeah.
I think you probably did.
We
I
were
think you
very
can-
successful.
We espionaged and we thieved.
So you want to take 2 XP? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you bastard.
Because we snuck in and pretended that we were somebody that we were not.
You did. Yeah. You also snuck around and reconnoitered, did you not?
Yep. So yeah, that's I've added 2 there.
So that would probably count. What else did we get up to? Contend with challenges above your current station. You didn't actually. They were the same tier as you. Bolster your crew's reputation to develop a new one, or express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
We gotta get better at that, guys. That's free XP just sitting there for the sake of a bit.
Well, you got to figure out what the essential nature of your crew is, right?
Yeah.
Spooky ghost things.
There you go. Did you?
And rivers. Those are the things that make our crew unique. We like
And
rivers
goats.
and spooky stuff.
Spooky
Not
bit.
goats, that's the other one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Bolster your crew's reputation. You could make an argument for that. I think
think
what
Basil would be quite happy with the fact that we brought him back a whole bunch of swords.
Yeah, and guns.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's 1
so
point
I
added.
think, yeah. How are you looking?
So our reputation would have gone up in his eyes.
If only that
Most of
counted
our
for anything.
reputations will have gone up.
1 point away from an advancement for the crew.
Okay, quick.
Okay.
Let's
but-
start a fight.
Now then, the other thing you've got going on here is you've got this full rep track. Now, you will have been paid but we don't have to go through the whole rigmarole if you don't want to. Going back to Basho and speaking to, unless you really want to role play that out, that's cool. If you wanted to do
That's
that.
up to Anne. Has Ashley got any unfinished business that she needs to work out?
Not really. No. I mean, if
So we're going to do it then.
No, because I'm still just like doing more jobs. Is like I'm treading carefully around him because I pissed him off. So.
Nobody understands why.
Least of all,
he
Ashley.
wants to be wicked with me, and I won't let him be wicked with me.
Ooh, shame on him. You have got this full rep track. You can spend 8 coin and move your crew up to tier 1 from tier 0.
We're doing that, right?
Why not?
We're moving on up.
So how do you want to do this? You can take the 4 that are out of your stash there, out the crew.
Right,
And
done.
you're going to stick one in each if you wanted to, and that would cover it. And you clear that rep track.
Are we got paid for, how much did we get paid from Basil for this stuff?
It was enough, about 6 gold, I think.
Okay.
6 coin. And then that clears. The only thing is you, with your expansion, is that you no longer have strong hold on your territories. Your hold is now weak, old man.
Did we get a new territory then? Did we get to pick a new area?
No.
We have to fight
but
back for our
you
area.
can but you can actually do that as a score if you wanted to try and get one of those a bit of territory or something if you wanted to. Actually,
You take the duck.
because I was what I was thinking, that crew that you dispatched last time, they were a rival gang in Silkshore. They're not
That's
there.
our hunting grounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Shall we say
be the daddy goat.
you can take one of these turf things then, I guess.
Let's do
listed
it.
here.
I think that's the best thing ever. Let's do that.
There we go. We took a
Oh,
turf.
yeah, there you go. Turf.
My strong grip on the rules says that we should do that.
Well, I haven't got a particularly strong grip on the rules either. It's quite a heavy book, and
You need quite a big hand though, wouldn't you?
you do need big hands, really big hand to hold that book. So, I think. Do we want to quickly do XP for the crew or downtime actions and heat and stuff? I don't think we need to worry about heat, but you've got 2 downtime actions to get rid of, folks. And I think we'll even let Solomon join in on this one, even though
Hey.
he wasn't.
I mean, I feel like I contributed the most.
Yeah. If it wasn't for you, we would not have
Actually,
succeeded.
you did everyone a favour by not turning up. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, then I rolled so well that they couldn't see my influence.
So,
Like everyone here is strangely dead already.
right. So, who wants to go first with the downtime then?
I'll go first.
Okay. Let's call this up. Right. So, let's just say you've received your payoff. You've got your money. Heat. I don't think you'll have gained any from that.
Nah.
Necessarily.
No,
Tangle. Let's just do the devices and get on with it. Right. So, who wants to go first? Croy, you're going first. With Tar.
With Tar, yeah.
Okay, so what is it you wanted to do with your first downtime?
Well, I still feel a little bit out of sorts. I have a very nasty back, and it's painful. It hasn't healed up properly at all. So I would
Swords will
like
do that to you.
to go and see my friend in the night market and see if she'll help me heal up.
So, we said she was like a quality 2 healer, I think, in the past. Which means you'll get to roll 2 die.
Rolling. A 6.
Oh, look at that! So that'll clear three sections of that harm clock. You do have another downtime action.
Well, I'd like to probably remove some heat from the group. And the way that I'd like to do that is by vastly overstating the demise of the dandy Warhols that we took out. The Silk Shore dandies. I think now, especially that they're not there anymore, I would like to find where their stuff is, and then find their stuff and get that into the hands of the Bluecoats with a little bit of embellishment about some of the things that they've been involved in. Thus passing the blame onto them rather than the River Ghosts.
That sounds pretty damn cool, and I think what ability would Tar be using for this particular role?
Well, I suppose it would be I need to get into their base of operations, right? I need to actually sneak around a bit and get in there to find their stuff. Is that the important bit, or is the important bit just...
Look,
yeah.
It matters. You get to decide.
I think once in there, it would be relatively easy to get, but getting in there would be a difficult bit because there might still be some of them left.
Right, well, I mean, there are a number of different things you can go for. I mean, you could even go for interpersonal type skills if you wanted to, because you've got to get the information.
It's Tar. Why would he try anything like as silly as that?
No, well, I'm just offering you options that I know you won't take. And then you could maybe say survey, maybe an ability you could choose to find or locate these things.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Would I be able to finesse? Would I be able to finesse stuff to make it look legitimate?
What would you be doing that would finesse?
Well,
situation?
I'd make sure that the documents that were there kind of matched up with the dates and times of the experiences that we're trying to frame these guys on, and just try and.
Would that be more of a study?
I'm just not the right person for this kind of work.
Well, shall I tell you another option then? How about prowl? Because you're going to have to sneak around, listen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To maybe find out where stuff is. That's another option you have.
I think so.
Let's just go through all of them till we can find one that we think fits.
I
just love the idea. Tara is not the best person for this job.
He's going to sneak around. That's his contribution. He's gonna tell some things, and then maybe he's gonna tell a blue coat. He's gonna leave a message to the blue coat about where all this stuff is and where the base is, and he's gonna that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna prowl around, gather intelligence, and then he's gonna snitch. He's gonna snitch on them.
And is it going to be one of those like anonymous letters?
Exactly, left.
Yeah, in that case, prowl would be the thing.
Oh, it fails.
That wasn't so good, was it?
That's it, guys.
Oh,
that's the end of it.
That's the on good.
I failed.
Loser.
Oh man,
something went wrong.
Yeah, something went wrong.
I've just been.
Well, to be fair, would it just mean you just don't manage to clear any heat?
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
I think that's probably what actually occurs is Tar attempts to hide some of this, get some of this evidence and leave this note, but maybe somebody sees him leaving the note, which means that no, it wasn't them, it was him.
Yeah.
Thing. So it doesn't manage to throw off any. So that's two. Is that both downtown?
That's
activities?
both my downtown activities. I'm done.
Okay. Okay. Who wants to go up next?
I could go shopping.
You want to try and clear some stress?
Just that's all I've got. Some stress.
Okay. Do that then.
So I just roll a d6, don't I?
You do. No, sorry, you don't just roll a d6. You're going to roll on the stat that has the lowest number of dice. Excuse me, in it, which for you
Inside.
would be insight. I heard it roll.
It was a 3 and a
She
5.
She rolled one more than she has, I believe.
Oh.
So shall I take the 3 and then it'll leave me one stress? That's the first time you've heard me go. So I'll take the lower one. If I take 5, I overindulge.
Yeah, you overindulge then, right?
It's fun.
So, what happens then? You overindulge. So
Shit.
now Ashlyn goes shopping, doesn't she?
I do go shopping. I actually hate shopping. So I don't know why I made my character a shopping thing.
5 finger discounts.
I think I got a sneaky feeling it's not shopping, but maybe
I thieve.
yeah, perhaps.
I shoplift, which I
Maybe
don't
because you get-
condone in the real life.
Just a note.
Just to note that shoplifting is
Yeah.
not a good thing.
Yes, children.
You felt the need to clarify
Thieving.
that part in this
It's
game
bad.
about nicking stuff.
Yeah, rather
Yeah.
than kicking people into water filled and letting them drown. Yeah, that doesn't get mentioned.
Whatever
one of
happens,
those things.
robbery is bad. Drugs, alcohol is fine.
One of those things
Smoking,
where it's like, remember
not a
that?
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can all condone those things without too much problem. Right, so
Remember the 8 coins we spent on the rank up on getting beer. That's gone now. All 8 of it.
no money. Ashley,
Yes, dear.
you're shopping.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for? What does Ashlyn like to? She's the lover of fine things, a woman of good taste.
I was going to nick a new brooch for my coat.
Right. And it doesn't go quite to plan.
Well, that sucks.
So I'm assuming, is it one of these things that you kind of go into like a jewelry shop and you kind of say, I'd like to have a look at that particular brooch. I'm just going to try it on.
No,
so
no,
you
I
can
just,
see what it looks like, and then I'm out of here.
It's the art of distraction. So as I'm looking at something, I might look at something else and make them go and fetch something else and nick the thing that I didn't look like I was looking at. So I'm looking at the earrings and talking about the earrings, and then while they're looking at the earrings close over, my left hand I take away the brooch.
Okay, but it doesn't work.
No, I drop it on the floor.
Clumsy. The shopkeeper looks up.
Oh, I'm
See
sorry,
what
it must
you're
have caught
saying.
on my coat as I was leaning across the earrings.
I think you should wait right there, madam, while I fetch a constable.
Run away!
So that's how it's done, kids.
I like how he's left the store to go get a constable, and she's like, "I'm here on my own."
No, I do what I'm going to do. I'm going to try. Oh, wait. Can I try and do something?
Of course, that's not really what's going to happen. He's not going to. By the way, you robber, I'm going to leave you with all my worldly goods and my expensive things while I go outside.
Can I not transpowder
The
it?
Irish honor system.
Well, I think we're going to skip. What's going to happen is, I think you're going to
do
add.
bad stuff, aren't you?
I'm going to make you stick an extra point of heat on your crew sheet. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
Well, that's what you get for robbing, isn't it?
But can I still take the brooch?
No, you failed.
No, but when I'm running away, can I grab it and take the brooch, but you still have the heat?
Yeah.
Yee! Cool. Win-win.
Okay.
Is it a win-win?
It's kind of a lose.
We are going to end up in jail, all of us, because of you,
Somebody's going to
Ashlyn.
jail.
That's not good.
Someone.
But at least you'll have that one brooch.
I mean, here you are. You're blaming Ashlyn for this, but it was Tar that didn't make the roll.
We're just waiting for when we get incarcerated.
finger,
that's
the
Like,
finger
I'll see you
pointing
guys
at you.
outside. I'm out.
Yeah, you're right. She's the one going to get arrested. She'll be doing time. Don't you worry about it.
I was being productive. It wasn't my fault that somebody saw me, but Ashlyn, it is incorrigible. How did you not manage to steal a single brooch? You're slapdash. That is quite terrible. It's a good job that you did not end up in prison. Otherwise, we might have had to wait a few days to get you out.
But I got it for you. I thought you could. It's diamonds. I thought you could mush it down for some of your science things.
I hope she charms better than she steals.
Yes, so do
Well,
I.
she does.
But thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'll grind that up right away.
Inner party conflict. You saw it here first, folks. Okay. Who's going next?
I can go.
Hadari or Lloyd?
I'll go.
All right, Lloyd. Okay.
So I was gonna recover.
Okay, so what you need then
clear
is
my concussion.
you need Tar. You need Tar to make a roll, and we've already seen what's happening here now.
We know this week's going completely different.
Yeah, it's Karma.
Oh,
there we go.
success!
Look at that. That will clear
That's
3 of those
three.
little boxes on that,
Yeah.
that track. Yeah, nice one.
Though I think I probably should see a doctor, given that I've had a concussion for like 2 weeks. No, probably 4 weeks at this point.
4 weeks, a month.
It's probably just a
Yeah.
bump on your head by now.
So that's why you didn't turn up.
It's like one of his eyes is now just blood red. There's so much blood pressure building up in his skull.
He keeps
It's
waking
like, I
up in the
don't feel
morning. There's
alright.
blood on his pillow from out of his
Yeah.
ears. That's what it is.
He come back after a month ago.
yeah, this
He's
is
been asleep
fine.
now for a whole month. Did he really want to try and do something to
Yeah,
heal?
the flies in you.
You got another downtime action.
I was gonna try and help out with the heat as well.
Okay. What would Solomon be doing to help with that?
Well,
He has no idea. He's just going to wish it away.
yeah, I was gonna go with the study option that we mentioned earlier that Tar couldn't do.
Oh, okay. So you're going to try. You're going
Yes.
to try and do something with these documents. Is that the?
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
to redirect some blame, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
See if we have better luck.
It's going great so far.
I mean, the only one I've got that could give me more dice would be a tune, and you don't want me to be like, go to the ghost and be like, I need you to clear this crime scene. And suddenly, like, an entire section of the city is now devoid of people. So actually,
It depends which
now
part
that I
of the city.
think about it, the Silk Shore though, it's not our problem.
No, true.
Right now,
I live
anyway.
there. Okay, so you're going to be
Let's see.
rolling.
Ooh, 5.
Oh. Okay, so that's a partial success, so that you'll clear it. Ooh. Lose two heat.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good job.
Keep us a bit further away from harm.
yeah, that's nice. Now, do you have any coin left? Did you want to spend the time for doing another downtime action, or are you?
No, it's only got recover and the heat. That's all I got.
Okay,
Mhm.
it's Nicholas's turn then. Nicholas, now. Nicholas is probably not injured. He's probably not stressed. He's chilled out. He's.
Oh, you know, everybody else seems to get into trouble. I'm fine.
That's right. You have to make it look like it's everybody else.
Exactly.
Misdirection.
This is the key to all good thievery.
You've got 2 downtime actions, my friend.
And speaking of misdirection, I'm also going to attempt to reduce heat, since we
Okay.
have a convenient partsy, let's say.
Oh, you're talking about the dandies again.
I am talking about the dandies again.
Okay. So what's Nicholas planning?
In the past, we've left evidence at some crime scenes to frame other factions or because of mistakes we've made. And I intend to take some of these red sashes that Solomon keeps nicking from somewhere and such things that we've left at other crime scenes and get to wherever the dandies are based and make it look like these things were in their possession.
Oh.
Ooh.
What ability will you use for this if I can't guess?
Finesse.
Finesse. Go for it. Yeah, nice one.
Oh.
Somebody's still on last session time, I think.
Wow.
Well, I think that just clears about 4. I think. It's incredibly successful. Whatever it is that you do, are you leaving? Tar was intending to leave a note for the blue coats or something like that, wasn't it? Which didn't work out quite so well because somebody saw him kind of planting evidence in some way. What is it that goes so well for Nicholas, do you think?
Well,
Any ideas?
Tar, he's big, he's obvious, gets in the way. I can get in quietly. It might look like Tar left that note in the doorway, but nobody would have snuck all the way through here without disturbing anything. All this stuff in the back here, clearly there's.
You're right. Yeah, I maybe because you managed to do so well with what you did, it actually makes it look like, oh, Tar was actually telling the truth in the end anyway.
Clearly,
Which is
they
why it
have
was so
all this evidence
critical.
that they were involved.
Yes. Yeah, that's excellent. We're done.
Well done, Tar.
That's the problem with being sneaky, is that nobody recognises when you've actually achieved something really well.
Oh no, I think we've firmly established already that Nicholas just helps out where everybody else messes up.
He's like the cleaner. He cleans
Clean
up
up
all
crew.
the messes that get made by everybody else.
That's
You
how we
have
still
another-
managed to be a successful stealing crew after all this.
Absolutely.
It's 5 for
100%.
critical.
Is it 5? Oh, 5, Clint. Clear 5.
Oh, we've only got 4 left, I think.
I didn't only use one downtime.
Yeah, you did. Because we got
Did ya?
distracted with your overindulging.
Oh yeah. It was that good. It was worth 2 though, wasn't it? You got another one then. But Nicholas, you have another one as well.
I would just be visiting Frake again and training.
Fabulous.
Spare
You
downtime, so.
give yourself your extra XP point. What's
Points,
Ashlyn's
prowess.
second? Yes.
But yes,
You-
continue.
Oh, no problem. Have you just leveled up or something?
No, I just.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I'm putting 2 on.
No, that's awesome. Ashlyn, what was your last downtime action?
I would like to try and reduce some heat.
You're a bit late.
I don't think we've got any left.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's clear, isn't it? After 5.
is it clear?
Is it?
It
Good
should
question.
be.
You've got 4 left according to
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
none.
that should be gone.
Nobody
gone.
knows who you are. No, it's reputation.
Wow.
So can I
Um,
do anything else for the crew?
No, but you can train. You can get an extra point in prowess.
I need
Do
healed,
that
but
then.
if, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
What's
spend
that?
a
We've
gold.
so little. We've got so little heat, we're stone cold.
Okay, I'll do the prowess thing. How do I do that?
It's going to mark an extra dot on prowess.
When you mean
Just the
dot,
one,
you
isn't
mean
it?
slash.
Is it just the one?
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Done.
It's 2 for everyone.
2.
Training's a crew thing.
Awesome. Yeah, you got the bonus. Of course you do. Yeah,
What do I do now?
you got 2 points on. You got 2 of those. You fill in 2 of those flashes on prowess on your character.
Oh, I'm nearly full on 2.
Good.
Nice.
Could I spend my gold coin I got from Basil, if there's any left, to heal? Because I'm still not clear of this injuries.
Absolutely.
No, I put one on and then put one more on. Do I need to put another one on?
What are you talking about?
You said I had two. I put one on for
No.
downtime, and then
Yes.
did I have to put two more on from John?
It was
One
2 for
more.
downtime. Yeah.
One more. Oh, bugger.
It's 2 for downtime on your training prowess.
That'll
I don't
clear
think that-
3 of those. That's finished. That's cleared that for you. So basically, your back is now just going to be I don't know what you say. It's not lacerated necessarily anymore, but grazed. I don't know.
Scratched. Healing.
Scratched. Yeah.
So what?
Scarred.
Scarred. Does that go down to what, level 1 now? Or is it...
Yeah. So you get rid of what's on level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Move your back down to level 1 there. That was all. That'll do you. Yeah.
Your back seems to be healing well. Maybe next time you avoid the sword.
Yes, I think that's a very good idea, but it was worth it, wasn't it? That place burned down very nicely.
I think maybe next time one person should practice on their thievery, one should practice their dodge skills, and then we'll have to see what other lessons we pick up along the way.
It was
Indeed.
mayhem. I love it.
Okay. So a few days have passed. The fighting between the Red Sashes and the Lampblacks has continued apace, spilling out into the streets in a bit of a bloodbath, to be quite honest. They've kind of various little factions that they've recruited underneath them, like you're kind of in with the Lampblacks or whatever, and they've been kind of joining the fight as well, and it's kind of been getting a little bit out of hand. And there's talk now of Lissa from the Crows has decided that this needs to stop. And the Crows, being the kind of the ward boss of this district, she has decided that they should meet. There should be a truce, and they should meet in a neutral location. And that appears to be something that is happening. Things quietened down in the streets for a while. You know that the meeting is going to be taking place sometime in the next few days. But nobody knows where. Nobody really knows when. Is there anything you guys want to be doing?
Panicking.
Panicking?
Well, when you instigate something for two factions to fight against each other by maybe putting a few things in place and a few lies, should they decide to parley and discuss certain things, things might come to light.
So does Aisling think that Basho Baz is the kind of person that would sell them out?
Oh my god, yes.
Well, you might sell her out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'd be collateral.
Or actually, is he more likely to sell everybody else out but not her?
Oh, it
I
might
don't know.
do. It might.
I feel like she's I don't know, pushed him a bit too far.
I mean, she did, but then you kind of redeemed yourselves a little bit, didn't you, with some of your more recent actions? Yeah.
So I'll explain this to everyone. I'm just going to say, guys, we've done a few dirties on a few people to get where we are. And those factions are now meeting.
So we've only really done the dirty against one of the main factions. Like, mainly.
Maybe we should get in on the meeting.
Maybe we should just follow the old MO of just we'll ambush the meeting and throw red sashes everywhere. Leave no one alive.
Somehow I'm not sure this would work in this case.
They killed their own men.
They killed themselves. They
Nonetheless,
killed everyone and then murdered each other.
getting into the meeting could be fun.
I've never spoke to this Lissa. Anybody else met her?
I've met her. She's
Oh, you
cold.
have?
She is cold and calculating, and she does not let anything get by. But the most interesting thing about her is that she killed her previous boss to get to the top. Someone who was actually very well liked. Well, as much as anyone can be at the head of such operations.
Mm. And that is very true. Tar does know a little bit about the situation. However, most people believe that what happened to Rorik, the former leader of the Crows, was it's rumored that she may have removed him. But I think Tar probably knows a little bit more than most in that regard. So
Maybe
all
if
of you
he
may
spent
be.
a bit less time. If he spent a bit less time being buddy and more time watching his back, he'd probably still be alive.
You could imagine, perhaps, that if there was an opportunity presented to the Crows and the Red Sashes, that they might be quite interested in seeing the end of such a Machiavellian individual. I can't help but wonder if we got to them first. Maybe we could broker an attack, as opposed to a parley.
Or even just not providing any aid.
You mean take out the red sashes?
No, I mean take out Lissa.
Depends what we have to gain from it. Or anyone.
Everybody moves up.
In someone else's gang.
I'm not sure we'd have the capability to. These two groups that have been fighting for weeks, we can't redirect both of them to the Crows.
Yes. I suspect you're right, but it does make for interesting thinking. Maybe one day.
This could go
Unless if we
badly for us.
Maybe
Get in
you
there,
could use
as
your
Ashlyn
downtime
says.
to create a long-term project.
long-term project, murder Lissa. If we get in there, as Ashlyn says, at least we'd know what they were talking about. If they're, like you say, working together, figuring out who left evidence that they were fighting each other or stealing from each other, whoever that may be, at least we'd be warned.
So all you'd need to do is find out where and when thing was occurring.
Well, I don't see much of what we can get out of this other than a little bit of information. Maybe while their backs are turned, we could rob them blind.
Another good point.
Tempting. I've always wanted to see what's up in the crow's nest. Now, with a tower like that, there's got to be something good at the top.
I think it might be a crow's nest.
You know, I never thought about that. They don't tend to be up there on ships.
Well, with any luck, I'm sure some opportunity will present itself. If we could position them against the red sashes and help the lampblacks out, it's always better to be on the good graces of the winning side. You could engineer it that way.
I can't help but feel that these people are far outwith our own base of operation. Does it really impact us that much that we have to get involved? My old crew would have been very interested, but now we find ourselves in more upmarket areas.
I mean, we can ignore it. They don't affect us. They're not in our territory. But nonetheless,
Not at
I'd
present.
really like to see what's at the top of that tower.
Yeah. On the other hand, curiosity. The thing is, whatever happens here will have an effect on neighboring districts. One of which we're based in, and the other one we're kind of working.
Yes.
It'll spill over. If it gets much worse, it'll spill over, which will not be good for anyone.
Any other opportunities that you can conceive of? You know, that they are always on the table.
How about just going back to what we're good at? Infiltrating and stealing things. I like that.
Yeah, that's worked really well so far.
It
You're
has,
supposed
hasn't
to be
it?
good at that.
Until surprisingly recently.
I don't think we're big enough to infiltrate or have anything to do with those gangs. What will be will be. There's not a lot. I don't think we'll have much say.
Yes, they are slightly above our station.
Weren't you the one that
Never
suggested
stopped
sneaking
anyone
in
before.
there?
It was an idea,
Oh,
but
that
in
was me.
retrospect, when thinking about it, I don't think. I think it would be quite noticeable that we are not one of those factions.
But they have a certain look about them.
And
I think the red
you know,
sashes just wear sashes.
And
Like
nothing
their
else.
recruitment policy is very
we've
lax.
got enough sashes. We could go in and pretend. No, because it's going to be. I mean, the
Oh
meeting's
no,
going to be what the three
sorry,
main
the sashes
guys.
have gone missing.
Yeah, we could waylay the red sashes envoy, and then represent them ourselves.
It's not going to be a big meet of like lots of the fighters, though, is it? It's going to be a few
Something
the main
small and
guys and a
secure.
few henchmen, isn't it?
Well, we
I'm
don't
fairly
actually
certain
know.
everybody in a leadership position in the Red Sashes is a good fighter. That's how they get up there. I certainly don't want to fight anymore like the one we fought last time.
No,
Let's.
no.
While they're all distracted, let's go and rob them.
We already robbed them, and then Tar blew up that office. I'm not sure we can get in there again.
We also have done well for ourselves. With the loss of the Silk Shore dandies, we find ourselves in an enviable position of having their stuff. That's quite nice, except I wonder if our factors might be a bit more aware of us now. We
I'm
have
not quite sure
grown
what we could do with
in stature.
lots
Well,
of fancy suits.
maybe we should pay them a visit. The people who allow us to operate there.
When you say visit, you're thinking a regular visit or your kind of visit?
No, no, for much the same reason that we might struggle to take out the Red Sashes or Lissa on our own, I think that they are likewise too much for us at this time, but maybe they have some work and we could curry favor with them just a little bit.
So, what is it we're looking for then, folks? Has
I
anybody
have
got
no
any?
idea.
Well, we could at least work towards trying to find out what details about this meeting. We have nothing.
I mean, yes, that's certainly an opportunity. Yeah.
We could just not and try and reinforce our position, like do something in Silk Shore to just sort of prop ourselves up more. Push for turf.
Yep. So okay. So I mean, this is kind of we're in the free play phase here. This is kind of like investigation.
Yeah.
You can try and find a work. You can maybe find information out about the meeting if you wanted to. You don't all have to do the same thing either, and you can split up and do different things here if you wish.
I would like to ensure that our recently gained advantage isn't taken away from us just at a moment's notice. If we could work just a little bit more, perhaps we can gain some favor. I will happily speak with I have actually forgotten what they're called.
Who?
The
Which ones are you referring to?
the guys that we pay to allow
The
us
Hive.
Oh,
to
the
operate.
the hive.
The Ray,
The Hive.
yeah, the Hive.
The hive.
The
Yeah.
top, the big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Wraiths, you were contacted through somebody, not the Wraiths, the Hive. They're quite a secretive organization. You were contacted through a guy called Emrys Boyle originally. He was like a merchant of some kind. He was a wealthy man, and he said he was acting as an agent of the Hive when he first spoke to you and contacted you to do that first job. You could try and track him down if you wanted to, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's what Tar will do. I think he's kind of interested in what Silk Shore has, and he sees it as a new opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
He'd like to investigate that as a conflict with the group, as a conflict, as a group conflict, as a group conflict.
Okay.
He would say, I have spent all my time in the Crows and under their helpful guidance. I have no wish to get back, and you'll see the way that Basil treats me. The man is asinine. He is just, well, with all due respect, Ashlyn, I'm sure your time with him has been enjoyable, but that's not been my experience, and I do not wish it to be either.
Can't
think
say
there
my
is
time with him was enjoyable, and unfortunately he would like there to be time spent with him, and that's where the problem lies. He wants, he doesn't get, and that's waning now because he wants more that, and yeah, you've seen him.
Yes.
He's a means to get what I want.
Well,
But
what is it that you want?
money,
Hmm.
leverage, information.
Basil's about to have his thumbs put into screws by Lisa, and told to behave like a little boy, like the good little boy he is.
It's the
Perhaps.
worry that he will squeal like a pig.
All the more reason to make some powerful friends on this side of the river.
I agree. Not a conflict.
Cool. Nicholas and Solomon. Anything of interest to you guys that you'd be looking to pursue?
Nicholas, let's find the top of that tower.
I strongly advise anybody that wants to go looking not to conflict.
I triple goat dare you.
Yeah. Look, I've already spotted a conflict. I'm gonna play it in a minute. I like that.
Great temptation.
What could be on there? Could be a fortune. Could be a mystery for the ages.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and look at the crow's nest. See if I can.
You want to
figure
go and look at the okay. Now, is your intention to go when the meeting is occurring, or are you?
That is my intention. I want to scout it
so
out.
So you'll need to
intending
find out.
to see
the
them
meeting.
leave.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
We'll need
sense.
to find out when it's happening and where it's happening.
Excellent. Okay. Ashlyn is what is she? Does she have anything in her interests that she's thinking about doing? And is Solomon working with Nicholas on this?
Yes.
Is that the intention? You both have decided that you are going to try or you want to
I've
see if you can get
decided,
into
and
them?
I've encouraged Nicholas to come along of his
You
own
gotta
free
go. What
will.
you're going?
This is unfortunate because, yeah, like the experience points are for conflict, but there's nothing about manipulating party members.
No, I think it's worth. It's got to be worth something, right? Absolutely. Yeah. So Ashlyn, in that regard, are you keeping this from the other two as well, or is this just you two that want to do this? Is that
What do
the
you reckon,
intention?
Nicholas? Do you think they get jealous?
I mean, I already said I was going to climb the crow's nest. They weren't listening.
They already
that's
know.
their
That's
problem.
fine. Let's go on with it.
Right.
They've already
That's
been told
cool.
about it. So,
So Ashlyn, you are aware that this is the plan.
I'm kind of wondering what they were hoping to achieve by climbing it.
They want to rob them.
yes.
It's kind of what we do here.
Mm.
Oh, I'm happy to rob them, just as long as I don't know it's us that's robbed them, and that they don't dislike us, because everyone is a way up the ladder. I'll shake their hand and pinch their wallets.
I mean, that seems
not
a
their
lot
brooches.
more in their face than what I'm doing. Surely you're more likely to be found out.
It was a metaphor.
I see.
Excellent. In that case,
Oh dear.
I'm going to start with Tar. Now, Tar, what was your intention here? You were
Learning a little bit more about what happens in our area. I was interested in what's going on in the Silk Show, and I thought I would introduce myself to the powers that be.
okay. You were trying to find Emrys Boyle, aren't you? I think that's the
Yes.
deal. Okay, so how are you going to be doing this? What ability do you think you'll be using to try and find some information?
I am going to use the very skills that I am so very well known for.
Survey? Study?
I am going to attempt to sway somebody to tell me.
Oh.
My interpersonal skills are remarkable.
Excellent. Let's see what happens then.
Nothing.
Okay.
Those interpersonal skills.
So who is it you're approaching? Is it just is there anybody? Is this somebody that you know that you think might be aware of?
I was in a shop that is not too different to an apothecary, where there were some interesting people talking. I overheard a conversation about an enigmatic stranger. It sounded just like the thing. There was talk of a library. Books, I thought. Yes, how interesting. I'll follow along. And perhaps they saw me. Maybe I wasn't as quiet as I thought. I don't know. They took exception.
Right.
They took exception to being...
Yeah, and I guess I mean, Tar is not particularly discreet. I don't think it's not really in his nature, is it? In that regard,
Discreet,
kind of sneaking
no.
around is the thing, but in
Yeah,
terms of interpersonal skills and asking
Yeah.
indirect questions,
Oh, yeah,
it's probably
useless.
not his forte, right?
Not at all.
Yeah. So I think what happens then is yeah, you are basically this person just clams up. The person behind the counter, he kind of looks you up and down, doesn't like the cut of your jib, and sends you packing. And as you step outside, you notice a carriage being pulled by a team of goats.
Oh.
And you've seen something like this before. And the door swings open, and inside you just catch a glimpse of this hulking figure in a suit, in this black suit. Head is shaved, very, very pale skin. And he kind of looks through the door. He kind of bends down and looks through the carriage door at you and says, Mr. Fifth, the Lady Litha would like to speak to you. And leans back in the chair.
Hello. Imagine meeting you here. Do I make my own way there, or do I have to get into this carriage?
The door is still open.
I will accept it. My feet are tired from walking around here. And I jump in next to the.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room in there with this guy. He is huge.
Hmm.
The door, he leans forward and he pulls the door shut and then taps the roof with a cane. Taps the roof of the coach, which then speeds off towards the crow's nest. Okay, so we've got we have Nicholas and Solomon, who are both about to go and scope out the crow's nest. Is that right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're going to want to do this without being seen, I'm assuming. That would be the intention, am I right?
That's always my intention.
That is always. What about Solomon?
It's not always mine, but I'll play along for now.
Okay, remember you can lead an action as well.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take stress.
I've got 2 pips and prowls, so it should be all right.
Okay. So you're intending to spy on the crow's nest to see when people leave. That's what you're planning to do, right? Or are you actually trying to find out information, or what's the deal?
Whatever I can find out, to be fair. Entrances, exits, and the like, but primarily when the leadership or whoever would be going to the meeting isn't there.
Yep.
And then that would be the time I'd intend to climb it. I'll get into it.
Yes. So, I think you're going to need to make an ability roll because you're trying to do this without being seen.
That's fair.
Now these are a higher tier than you, but they're only 1 tier higher than you now. So you're going to have reduced effect unless you're willing to kind of push the position from maybe risky to desperate.
Do
it. And if you want to get a bonus die, you can. What would be a devil's bargain? A devil's bargain for something like this. Anybody got any suggestions? What would be a suitable?
I suppose the most obvious one in the centre of this existing war is that we get captured by one of the other groups. We get captured by Lamp Blacks thinking we're working for the Sashes, or by the Sashes thinking we're working for the Lamp Blacks.
Somebody
walking through a war
I'm
zone.
figuring out the stashes because I already have a grievance.
Somebody contacts Nicholas and says that they would like a very particular item stolen. And in return, it'll make it easier. You'll give him details of how to get in, but he has to actually go into the building and get something that wasn't otherwise his plan.
What,
Nicholas
right now?
will take that in a heartbeat. He wants in, and if he can get paid for it, he's done.
Yeah.
But so the devil's bargain of it would.
No, the devil's bargain is that it's going to happen regardless of whether you're successful.
It has to have an immediate consequence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm struggling to think of one that might really be suitable. I think I like the ideas that you kind of came up with, but I just think it's like not an immediate thing that we can deal with. And just to give you a bonus die for your roll or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm struggling to think. The obvious one is that how about somebody from one of the other factions is going to see you?
Yeah. Simple enough. Then it can lead to what we're saying anyway.
Yeah, and we can kind of decide then which faction it is. I'm thinking it's got to be the Red Sashes. We'll see. perhaps. But we can leave that to a fortune roll. So let's see how you do first. If you want to take that, you want to actually make a d6 roll, like a single roll, and we'll decide 1 to 3. It's going to be
3.
Okay.
Sort of preempted you there, but go for it.
Yeah, I was trying to think. 1 to 3. Is it 1 to 3? We'll say is lamp blacks. 4, 5, and 6. It's the red sashes. If you wouldn't mind rolling now. So
Okay. There you go.
I was just thinking, it would have been a classic if you climbed the tower
Oh, same thing
and
anyway.
you're like, "What's at the top?
Yeah.
This is where the meeting's happening."
Yeah,
it's like we'll
2
show
birds, 1
ourselves
stone. Got up here, and I know where the meeting's at.
yeah. Okay. So there are a group of there's a small group of people that are lords of the lamp blacks. And as you are hiding away, they're going to see you. So let's see what you got. Your extra bonus dice here.
Yep.
And I think you should make a roll. A partial success. Okay. And you're just hiding on the rooftops and in the shadows there, keeping an eye on things, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, right. What about Solomon?
What I'm tempted to do is, while he's sort of like prowling to get closer, is that he'll sort of spend a bit more time like studying from a distance before then like keep an eye on where he's going and sort of follow his lead, but like with a bit of a delay rather than them both going at the same time.
Sure.
That way, at least if he screws his prowl checks, he won't immediately like give away his comrade.
Okay. Did you want a devil's bargain? What was? Ooh, I don't know what. Don't say yes.
Maybe you should think of one before you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll save it for like when like Nicholas is near the top of the tower. Because I would just love the thing where you just watch him there and you just see like every time he gets somewhere something horrible
Devil
happens.
barging and he's a dog and starts attacking his trouser and brings attention to him by everyone around.
The devil's bargain is Andy's character starts to fall for Bazo.
I don't know how that affects you.
His roguish charm.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, if you want to just go for okay, let's roll.
Oh!
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. You're spending quite some time hanging around outside the crow's nest here, and you're not waiting too long when you see a carriage pull up outside, and 2 figures climb out of the carriage. One of them is a hulking brute of a man, massive guy. He's wearing a very, very expensive looking suit and a white shirt, but he's almost bursting out of this thing. His head is completely shaved. He's very, very pale skinned, and he swings open this door and the whole carriage kind of lurches around as he climbs out. The second person you see climb out is a very tall looking individual that you recognize almost immediately. And they both head inside the crow's nest. What's Ashlyn up to?
I don't know. Originally, I was going with Todd. I was going to nick him a book from the apothecary.
Oh, okay. What are you doing now? Shall we come back to you? Yeah. Tar, you've had a very pleasant little carriage ride. Cobden has not said very much to you at all. You've arrived outside the crow's nest and he gestures for you to head upstairs to Lissa.
Yes. Thank you for the journey, and I'll get out, head up the
Okay.
stairs.
Nicholas, I think we've been set up.
It does
You
seem-
climb your. Sorry, you were about to say something?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
It
We've
does
been
seem
betrayed.
strangely suspicious.
I mean, what do you know about this guy, really?
He said he didn't want to come here, and yet here he is.
Hmm.
In a carriage and a...
You make your way up the winding staircase that leads all the way up the inside of this tower. This tower is hundreds of feet tall. It used to be a guard tower many years ago, but was converted at various different times in the past into an observatory, and stuff like that. It's had quite a story past, and then the crows have gotten a hold of it, and they use it because it's like the most dominating building in the entire district. A searchlight periodically is kind of shone down from the top of the tower down into Crow's Nest below, just kind of scoping the place out in a slightly menacing manner.
Yeah, it would be a shame if something were to happen to it.
But Tar, you make your way up this familiar scene. The top of the tower, two large wooden double doors that lead into Lissa's office. Cobden pushes these doors open with ease. And Lissa, you can see that this room is a large circular room. Right at the very back of the room, the curtains are kind of swaying gently as these doors that open out onto a balcony are kind of swung open. And this large wooden desk that looks tiny in this room, and Lissa kind of sitting on top of the desk, smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
Hello. Lissa, I hope you've called me here because you have news of Sylve.
Funny you should say that, she says. I hear you're running with a new crew now.
Yes, very talented bunch they are as well. I am very impressed with them. They're very professional.
I believe one of them is familiar with Basho Baz, the leader of the Lampblacks.
Yes, it seems that Ashlyn features very highly in Basil's affections.
What do you think of Basho?
He has the finest whiskey collection in all of the city. But he's not
That's it?
very generous. I think that he's a washed-up has-been that has had enough of his comfortable life and not made any ground whatsoever. In his situation, I am very surprised that he hasn't been able to press the advantage against the Red Sashes and take them out, but it seems not. He is on the back foot far too often. He is weak. You asked.
Your friend has no loyalty to him?
I think that she would very much enjoy sticking her knee into his testicles.
Well, that's good. That's good. You've probably heard that I'm arranging a meeting with the two factions. Try and calm things down a little bit in the district.
Yes, I was wondering what your angle on it might be. But
my angle is my angle.
I know. That's why I was wondering what it was, but I admire your ability to even countenance peace. That's quite admirable.
Well, we're in charge of this district, Tar. The Crows are in charge of this district.
Yes.
And though there is no law in Crow's Foot, there will fucking be order.
Yes.
Says he who loves chaos.
I was concerned. I was worried that your new friends may be running with Basho.
No. We take coin from the people that involve and give us work, but that does not mean that we're running with anyone. Remember how it was when we get weapons for people, Lisa? Remember? Yes, just much like that. Except without the people that have hired us trying to kill us.
Then I don't have to worry that you might get in my way.
Oh,
That your friends might get in my way.
that sounds interesting. Anything that we can be of assistance with?
I just want you to make sure that your friends don't ever change your heart.
How interesting. Sounds like you might have something quite dramatic planned. Well, if you need any explosions, you know where I am.
Are you being absolutely honest with her here, Tom?
Yeah, for fucking right. If
Okay.
Tar could blow up the crows.
No, I mean in terms of the Basho Baz and that in that regard.
Yeah, I think so. I think that we were moving on up, right? So yeah, totally.
Okay.
He's spied an opportunity here to. He knows how powerful the crows are. He knows that if they could stamp out Basho as just by thinking about it, really. So this is his area. He knows this place. He understands the politics of this place.
Right.
So he's not going to piss off Lisa, and he really does want to kill her, but he's going to bide his time for that. But yeah. So in that regard, he is being totally honest. Yeah, he'll take the opportunity to cozy up to Lisa as long as it takes for him to get to Basso and take his place. That'd be great.
At what point do we reach the window in this conversation?
I wasn't aware that was the intention. I thought you were waiting, you're spying to see when somebody leaves. Was that not the intention?
Well, we're gonna get Nicholas to start climbing, and then I'd follow like his path.
Oh, we're actually climbing the tower
we're not going
now.
at the same. I mean, that's where we're kind of working towards. But like my thing was that if I'm not trying to sneak with him, that if I screw it up somehow, then like it doesn't immediately draw attention to him as well.
No, we won't get in the way of everything. Next thing you know, these faces are
Because I mean, what you're talking about, I think, is more of a score than
wow.
free
We're
play.
just climbing the tower.
That escalated quite quickly, didn't it?
We're not scoring anything.
I mean, there was one person in his crew that did not want us to go to Crow's Nest, and he suddenly walked into Crow's Nest being accompanied by a big fella coming out to a carriage ride. That seemed very suspicious to me.
Okay, so in terms of seeing that happen, what's the response from Nicholas and Solomon?
That son of a bitch.
Not exactly in those words, but I'm curious what he's doing there and why he wanted us not to be here. Because clearly that was so he could make this meeting without being noticed.
Yes. I think there's a lot more going on between him and that lady than he was letting on.
I think I would try and find
enough that he would lie to everyone in the group, in the gang, so they could have a little private tete-a-tete.
Yeah. So what was Nicholas planning there then? What's the?
I'm gonna try and get up the outside of the Crow's Nest, if there's a suitable path I can climb up, and partially I'm trying to find out where Tar's gone. if I could see
Yeah.
through windows and such. But mostly I'm trying to get to the top.
Right.
If you're meeting with someone important, it's probably going to be near
This
the
is
top.
the heist now.
Well, I mean, I
The
suppose
score is
really
now
it should
spying on a party
be
member.
right, but it should be because this is kind of one of the things that you guys do. But I don't know what to do if not everybody's on the heist.
That's fine.
She can join in like 1d6 rounds later.
Yeah, well,
Once
it's
the
whether or
tower
not you
explodes.
are going to speak to anybody else. I mean, I get
We're still
what
surveilling.
Nicholas wants to do. You want to find out more information about what's going on. So
Yeah, we're still surveilling at this point.
I think we need to kind of keep this a little bit brief then. I think we may. I'm going to get you to do some kind of a check here, maybe. This tower is very, very tall. I think it's going to be tricky. I think it will be a desperate climb. I was thinking it would normally be I'd put a clock here and do it that way, but I don't want to kind of. I don't know. Do I want to put a clock in here?
Nicholas plummets to his death. One of our party members has gone rogue. Back to the good old days.
Please, if there's one thing I can do, it's climb.
Right.
Climbing, I'm not worried about it. It's falling afterwards. That's the issue.
Getting down's
I'm
easy.
pretty good at that part
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Let's have, just for the sake of it, we're going to have a clock to climb this tower. It's not going to be a huge clock. I think we'll have a 6 o'clock. I think. Just for this. The crow's nest. You want to make a climb? I assume the ability you'll be using will be one that will keep you hidden.
I mean, I'm going up the outside of the building. I'm going to go with finesse. I'm trying to get up there quickly rather than stealthily.
Oh,
as it
okay.
were. If you're fast
Okay.
enough, you don't need to be stealthy. But if you're slow climbing up the side of a building, it's very hard to hide from people looking at the side of a building. So
That's true. That's true. And I suppose if you take your time going up the building, you may miss seeing what you might want to be trying to see. Yeah.
also true.
Yeah. So let's see. It's not going to be an instant thing. It's quite a big climb. Let's see how you do.
I mean, you know, it's me.
It is.
I'm going to push
You've
myself.
got you. I say you do have a cool ability, don't you, as well?
Yep.
Which Devil's
So I'm
Footsteps.
pushing
Form a
myself
feat
for
of
a bonus
athletics.
dice and therefore applying Devil's Footsteps and
Like it.
going straight up the side.
Yeah, man.
This is nothing compared to a mast. Climb this easily. Sort of.
Yeah. So, I think you will get part way up there. It's a trickier climb than it looked from below. Because it used to be a guard tower, there's various kind of bits that are kind of sticking out with perhaps covered in barbed wire and things like that, which wasn't immediately obvious from the lower level. But as you kind of make your way up there, it's becoming more obvious that yes, this is designed to deter intruders, no matter how superhuman they are. Solomon, you see Nicholas deftly cover the lower third of the tower before he starts to slow down a little bit. Are you doing anything here in this? I'm going to start another clock.
Yeah, I'll try to keep an eye out to see if anyone spots him or looks like they might be about to spot him, and then I can distract them at like key moments. Or try
Okay.
to.
Yep, sure, no problem.
Be more study, or do you want to do something else? Just keeping. Like,
I don't think I think we'll save that.
Probably.
Making a roll for that. Yeah. But when he makes
when
A
he
roll that
fumbles.
doesn't go so well, perhaps.
Yeah.
The next one.
I mean, worst case, I could
We'll
just
have
roll a
another-
tune whenever someone spots him and just murder them instantly and hope for the best. Send a ghost after them. That'll keep them distracted.
That would work.
I wonder if I could do that with the ghost. Just be like, could you find out what he's doing, what Tar's doing inside the building? If the ghost just goes through the front door, up the stairs, goes and tries to like eavesdrop. Everyone else is freaking out.
Potentially, I suppose. Okay. Right. Let's have another roll. He's still finessing your way up this side of this building.
I mean, that's the only way up, surely. You get halfway, you can't just stop and change your mind.
It depends whether you want to start being sneaky or not.
You know, I'm halfway up.
Go for it.
No, somehow closed the window, swapping it to desperate. Give me a second. I clicked desperate, and it just disappeared. That's not good.
Oh! Okay.
Wonderful.
Now, I think the obvious thing would be that you are climbing this thing. You're trying to be quick,
Yeah.
and you're not necessarily being stealthy. So I think we're going to check. I'm going to check 3 of these boxes, these segments for the pros being aware. On an absolute failure there. So I think let's see if Solomon can spot. There's a guard at the window or something. Let's see if we can.
Yeah.
If Solomon can see this.
The spot would be.
That's entirely up to you how you're observing.
Yeah,
You're observing from rooftops. You could say I was prowling. You could say survey
Yeah.
would be one that you could.
Yeah, I'll go with the prowl one to keep that low profile while studying
Okay.
the outside.
Yep.
He's more on ground level. He doesn't trust heights after what happened last time.
He survived.
It's so easy. It's the falling that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Spotted. You're about to get found out by a guard. Oh, chatter warning. No.
Yeah. Oi!
Yeah,
very
guard,
helpful.
second window.
Yeah. So yeah, Solomon, you're kind of aware now of perhaps there's a patrol somewhere near the top. There's kind of like
Yeah.
a balcony part way up. There's a guy that's kind
Yeah.
of walking around. He's peering over the edge every now and again. And you can see that Nicholas is getting to a point where he may soon be spotted. He doesn't appear to be aware that this guard is there either, which is not helping.
I was
What do you wanna
wondering if
do?
I could.
Are you going to do anything?
I don't know if it'll work, but I was wondering about using skirmish. Basically, like if you could find like a rock and like chuck it at the guard. Either
Yeah, skirmish
hit
is
him
more
or-
kind of in-your-face
Yeah.
fighting melee type
Yeah.
stuff, I think.
the thing is, there isn't really a
Hunt-
skill
hunt
for that.
would be-
Because hunt is more like I would imagine it's more like chasing someone. I don't know.
Hunt is kind of like you can use it for sniping, or
Yeah.
I would allow it for if you wanted to throw a rock at somebody. I would allow that.
Yeah. That would almost definitely.
Without, I mean, finesse maybe if you wanted to try and
Yeah.
hurl a rock at a great height to somebody as well. Yeah, skirmish is probably a bit
Yeah. Yeah.
too close up.
Ooh, what I could do is I'll use a tune on the like. What I might try to do is see if I can tune to the ghost field and then create like an illusion of whispers like behind him to distract him away from.
I like it. That's much
Yeah,
better.
from-
Yeah, I like that. That's
yeah.
cool.
Here goes nothing. Yes, partial success.
Okay. So you actually physically see this guy kind of looking around
Yeah.
as if he can hear something behind him, and he kind of wanders off, but not quite far enough. There's like a doorway instead of going into the
Yeah.
doorway, he's kind of sticking his head through and having a peer around. But I'm gonna take a. Let's take a segment off one of those. Right.
You could make his next one desperate.
Are you doing anything, Ashlyn? Is there anything that you wanted to do while these are scaling the tower?
No, I seem to have somehow managed to opt myself out of this one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a fancy bridge.
I'm assuming this is all kind of going on while Tar had his conversation, unless Tar was going to do anything else or discuss anything else with Liz.
No, he's got the idea that she's planning something and there's going to be some chaos, and she's not going to tell him anything, and he knows that. But he wants to be ready, so he will go off. He'll make it. Well, if there's nothing else that you want me to do, I will go and find my new colleagues and let them know the good news that there might be a space opening up in the Crows.
It might be best if you didn't tell them.
Well, I wouldn't want them not to be ready to make a quick move if the opportunity arose. After all, I'll be discreet. I'm very good at that.
All right. While we're doing this, I'd like you to make another quick roll to get up this tower.
I mean, it's a tower you go up. It's quite simple.
It is.
Don't fall.
Yep.
I don't know how to fall.
Yeah. You're making your way. It's not as quick as you'd like, but you're getting there. You say this guy, as you're kind of distracted, Solomon. Nicholas kind of manages to swing around the other side of the building and start finding some more handholds. He's scrabbling up the side of the tower. He's nearly there. He's near 2/3 of the way up now. He's not too far from. You can see this balcony from the ground floor. You can see the balcony that right at the top of the tower. There's a couple of doors that are kind of open right at the top. You can't see anybody up there, mind. Let's have another quick roll. Let's see if you can get up there.
Yep. So you don't see this barbed wire and crap on the ships. You need to climb down on the ship.
I see no ships. Oh.
Oh.
There's barbed wire.
Yeah. Okay, let's say it's barbed wire. Are you going to take some harm, or do you want to?
I can take some harm.
Okay. I think it's going to be one of your hands that's going to be injured
One
here.
would assume so.
Yeah. I don't know what the term would be, but you've managed to kind of cut a massive gash down your hand, the palm of your hand, on some unpleasant-looking barbed wire.
It's rusty.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's
It could
out
be
there.
rusty.
No
It could be
reason why
rusty.
It would be rusty.
It could be rough. No, you're right. So that's just mean.
You need a tetanus jab.
I don't think we invented them yet.
Yeah. Solomon. You can see he's near the top, and then his hand seems to slip, and he's kind of left hanging one-handed momentarily. You can see him looking.
I did warn him.
Yeah.
Right, coming before a fall.
Yes. Now that may affect your. You've got a level 1 harm on that hand, right? Actually, would it be level 2? Level 1. Fuck it.
Yeah, don't be mean.
Yeah, you're right. I should not be mean. I just want him to get up there. So that means you're gonna, with the climbing, that's going to affect you. So you're going to have less effect when you're trying to climb.
Yeah.
When you're
Slow
trying to
down.
climb this thing. Yeah. So we'll have a quick roll. Let's see if we can get up there. Come on. We have faith in you.
Like, I mean, I don't know what I could do at this distance to help him out apart from send up a ghost, and I think that would just drive him nuts. Probably wouldn't help the situation.
Way!
Okay. Now you've got it as desperate limited effect. That's fine. So you're going to go up. And this, I wish I'd made this smaller. This clock. Very close to the top. You can. I'm going to say you can kind of. You can stay where you are, and you can hear conversation that's coming from. You're right underneath the balcony, and you can hear this conversation that's taking place inside. You're probably only catching the end of it. So, yeah. There's one voice you recognise. Listen, you've never met before, so you don't know. But you can hear a woman's voice, and you can hear Tar's. And you hear Tar say, I'll inform the rest of my new crew, or whatever it was he said. And she says, I think it's probably best if you don't. And he says, I'll be discreet.
That doesn't sound good, does it?
He did tell us not to come here, so he could come here and have a conversation. And probably be discreet about it.
I mean, at least we did what we set out to do. We were
Yeah.
honest. Literally can't blame us for anything.
And then a few moments later, basically, you can hear the footsteps as he retreats, or somebody leaves, and disappears through some doors at the far end of the room. And then Lissa you just hear her taking a long draw on the cigarette, and she starts moving towards the balcony.
Uh-oh.
I'll just move around the tower so where the balcony isn't, as it were.
Okay.
At least away from the entrance she's going to use to get here.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably kind of aware as you scoot round the side of the tower. She kind of rests her hands on the railing and looks out across the city, draws on this cigarette, and then blows a large plume of smoke out into the night air. And should we take a break?
Yeah.
Time
Let's
for
take a
cup
break.
tea.
Cup of tea.
Aye.
Tea, slice of cake.
Oh, cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
So, guys, it's just coming for 2:15, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So, about 5 to the next hour. Get yourself a stretch, get
Tea.
a cup of tea, bit of toast, Marmite.
Tea.
We're not going into specifics again, are we?
Yep, Marmite and cucumber.
Marmite and banana.
No,
Marmite and
jam.
cucumber.
I want somebody to try the Marmite and jam thing.
Marmite and jam.
There you go.
Does it
Jam.
matter what jam?
Raspberry's the best.
What if you haven't got raspberry?
No, it isn't. Strawberries.
I mean, given the variety
Not
of
with
jams, it
Marmite,
probably does
raspberries.
matter. What?
I think it matters.
With Marmite, raspberry.
We'll be back.
Jam.
We'll be back very soon. You can let us know what the results are of your studies as to which jam is the best with Marmite on toast. We'll
And
be
she
back
does
in.
like Marmite, by the way, Bonk. She does like Marmite.
On
We'll
toast
be
with jam.
back
With
in
jam.
10, 10, 10, 10. Bye bye.
How long have we got before the live?
How long we? Yeah, we like
5,
it.
4,
Can you
3,
hear me now?
2.
1. We're live!
Yay!
Are you sure this time?
You lovers, really.
Hello!
Right, guys, we're live.
Oh, wait.
We're live!
Behave. Stop.
Oh, shit.
Stop eating your cake.
Did you have Marmite? Anybody have Marmite?
No. I
Did
don't
anybody
want
have
to.
jam
I
and
haven't got anything to
Marmite?
eat.
Does that actually appeal to anybody? Is anybody even curious?
I want
No.
someone to try it, just so they can tell me they didn't like it.
Andrew wants someone to try it so she can have it.
Hold on a minute. Let me just think about it for a minute. I want somebody to try it just so they can tell me they didn't
But
like
no,
it.
you can't tell me you don't like something and you've not tried it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I really don't like getting shot in the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want someone.
Drowning is overrated.
I think
I would
they
not
should-
recommend Death by Firing Squad.
And I think they should try it on stream.
Yeah.
Wait, we are talking about Marmite here, right?
Yeah. No, death by burning.
No, Marmite and Jam. What you on about?
Totally against Twitch
Death
toss,
by
that is.
burning.
What
Is
is
it?
Marmite and Jam?
All right.
Have we got a game to play?
No.
Yes.
By burning. 5 stars. Would burn again.
If you make it electrical, you'd be like, oh, he's still twitching.
Right, let's do this. And now we'll hand back over to the Game Master, some old pirate. Hey!
All right. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Howdy.
Welcome. So, we're going to skip all the shit, and we're going to go straight back to your secret lair. Unless now I'm interested to know what is Nicholas going to do with this strange bit of information that he's just gathered.
Nicholas
he
is
care?
possibly going to make.
Shouted from the
Can you
rooftop.
not? Sorry, a moth just flew right in front of my key light and everything went dark for a second.
It was a fucking big moth.
I know, right? That's
The
what
Mothman
distracted me.
cometh.
Nicholas is considering a very bad choice. I'm going to roll a dice and see how stupid Nicholas is today.
Oh.
Whatever it is, the worst is
It's
always
that,
the best.
it's that
Oh
stupid.
God.
So, while Lissa's on her balcony enjoying a cigarette,
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm just going to hop over the side of the balcony.
Okay. And we'll deal with that in just one
No, I was
second.
gonna summon
Yep.
Wow.
Push her off, push her off, push her off.
Oh. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
Damn it, Mal.
Anyway, Ashlyn. What has Ashlyn been doing all this time?
I'm still gobsmacked about that yoinking before thing. I'm gonna go and I want to find out where the meeting is going to take place because I was kind of hoping that if I can find out some information about where it's going to be,
Yes.
we could maybe scope out somewhere and then we can hide in part of the building so we can listen in, so we have information about what they agree and stuff
I
like
wonder
that.
where you find out such information.
Oh my God! Well, Bazo, whatever his
Oh,
name is.
Basho Baz. Yeah, she's going to go and the man himself.
Well, we might have a
The
little
man of
bit
the
of
hour.
favour, and I might be able to con him.
Okay. So you're going to head to Crowsfoot too. A different part of Crowsfoot.
Mhm.
I mean, from where you are, you still see the tower shining its searchlight across the whole district as it wants.
Mhm.
You have no idea that your colleagues are there, I suppose.
Well, I don't know. Every time the light slightly swings around, I keep seeing his silhouette climbing. It's like the Spider-Man Batlight thing.
That's the moth, sorry. Let me get rid of that.
Like you say, it's a fucking big moth. Okay, so you enter into the Lampblack's warehouse. There's actually the last time you were here, it was nearly empty. There wasn't many people around at all. But once again, you can see most of what remains of the Motley band kind of knocking around in the courtyard where all the coal used to be kept. They're kind of lounging around, licking wounds, whatever. Because it's you're sent straight up to Basho's office on the second floor there. His office that kind of overlooks the interior of the warehouse. You're not even in the waiting room. You're kind of straight through to the office. And Basho is standing there. He looks tired. He's got plenty of new scars all over him by now. But he smiles as you kind of enter.
Been in the wars?
I wanted to thank you. Thank you for those weapons that you brought me.
Did they help?
They have, as a matter of fact.
So, have you succeeded? Are you beating the red sashes?
Well, we were doing all right, but turns out that Lissa wants us to call a truce for a while.
I heard. I walk over, put a bottle of whiskey on the table, and take one of his cigarettes.
I suppose everybody's heard about it by now.
No worry that it might be an ambush then?
An ambush?
You're putting yourself in harm's way. Direct. How do you know that she hasn't taken an allegiance with the red sashes? Lulling you into a meeting. Take you down while you're there.
Well, let's just say the location was put paid to that.
Where's the location?
Can you make a? I'd like you to make some kind of roll here, ability-wise. I know it would probably be something like Shui, maybe.
I can try sway.
Just to see whether or not it's controlled. Standard effect, I think.
He loves
Well, I thought that'd be fucking obvious. It's Tango Town.
Maybe we can eavesdrop from somewhere and have your back. If there's one thing our group is good at, is going in undetected.
I was considering that myself. I think maybe some of my boys would be recognised.
Oh yes, they would. Whereas we're neutral. So even if we're seen around the area, we're just doing business in Tangled Town thing.
Have you heard something about this meeting that I don't know about?
No. We're not in the know in that respect.
The way I see it, Lissa is probably worried. You see, while all of this has been going on, the crows have been sat on their asses doing nothing. Makes them look like they're not in control, I suppose.
Never met her, but looks like she wants to wield the power and the control over you.
Well, she ain't Rorik.
No one would be Rorik, from what I heard. But she apparently took Rorik out.
Yeah, well, I think probably no big secret. Half of her crew aren't too happy about that either.
So she has to make a move to look like she's got power. So taking either you or the red sashes out would be a massive move.
Would it? She's got a crew, half of them. Don't give a shit about her. We'll probably rather see her with a knife in her back herself.
It's a chance you're going to have to take, isn't it?
Maybe she needs allies.
She might have made them with the red sashes.
She might have making them with the lampblacks, might she?
Has she contacted you prior to the meeting, or have you just had an invite for the meeting?
Do you know something that I don't?
No, I'm just not stupid or naive.
Are you suggesting I don't show up at all? And then what?
No, I think you should show up, but have a plan B in place, which will be my group listening in the wings. And if it all goes wrong, we might be able to get you out quickly. Make some distraction, some explosions.
It is Tangletown.
Hmm.
You know, no violence permitted there.
This is an extreme situation. There's a lot of things that are not permitted in Tangletown that actually do happen in Tangletown. It just doesn't get reported.
All right. Let's say I take you up on your generous offer. How much do you want?
Now, 4 coin is like a standard kind of score
sorry.
thing.
Bless you.
Bless you. Might consider this a little bit more, considering
8 coin.
8 coin? You fucking mad?
I'm going to back you up against the 2 biggest factions in Crowsfoot.
One of the 3, or 2 of the 3 biggest factions in Crowsfoot. And it's only a fucking me, you're only gonna listen. You want me to pay you 8 coin for that?
Yep.
6.
7.
you want to make a roll. See if you can sway him to.
Risky.
No, I don't think it's risky.
Hey!
I wasn't about that. I was going to go away.
7. But if all you do is fucking listen, I may be expecting more favours from you in the future. And no, I don't mean like that.
Okay. Give me the details. But don't go in and be a complete idiot.
Me?
Yes. Don't go in and be a complete idiot.
On the outskirts of Tangletown. There's a ship. Used to be a record breaker. Managed to get across the sea. Record time, back in the day. But for the last 20 years, it's been part of Tangletown. It's called the Henrietta Maria. The meetings take place in the hold there.
Okay, when?
Tomorrow night.
We should try and listen in. It's a boat. It'd be interesting. If it was a building, leave it with me. I have a guy that could probably infiltrate that very easily.
Excellent. Okay. Let's cut back then to it's Atar and Solomon. Are you doing anything in particular, or are you wanting to see what happens on the balcony?
Let's go to the balcony.
I mean, I have a chaotic urge to see what happens if I could summon a ghost, pull her over the balcony.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, but
the
she
range
feels
may
like
be
a
an
major
issue,
story
perhaps.
character.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, it's just
Just
the way that happens. It happens, right?
I'm not sure. I don't have a clue what Nicholas's plan is.
Okay.
I don't think Nicholas does.
What does Tar do? Is Tar just leaving the building and going off somewhere? Has he got another plan, or?
He's he'll stop by the Black Dog.
Okay. Been a while. Stop by the old pub just down the road from It's on Ratcatcher Street, isn't it? Just down. Okay, so you stop off at the Black Dog, and there are familiar faces inside. At this time of day, it's probably the early doors brigade. A couple of old guys sat at the bar chatting away. Usually, you've in the past you've sat there and listened to them with their idle gossip. And then there's the barman, whose name I've forgotten.
Jeff.
Jeff the barman. It's Jeff now. And he, big beaming smile. He hasn't seen you in ages. He's really pleased. Mr. Fizz, sir.
How's business?
It's been all right.
Any sign of her?
Not yet, I'm afraid. Not been to the palace or anything. I've not seen Mr. Tenleague either.
I've seen neither of them myself. It's quite a situation. I have a drink.
Right.
Have
On the house, sir.
yeah, much appreciated. I take a drink and I just go and sit and kind of make my time sit down next to some of the punters, and they recognise me, and I kind of tell them a couple of old stories about stuff that they expect me to tell them about. You know,
Yeah.
the student
Remember
from
that time when this place got shot to pieces?
yeah. The young student, the Iruvian student, that kind of
Yes.
stuff. You know, all those stories, and then that's it. That's Tar ensconced in there quite happily.
Sure. So, what happens on the balcony? You just jump onto the balcony next to her. Is that the plan?
I jump on a bit around from her because I'd moved away while she came out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Roll persuade.
Okay.
I'll jump up quietly and position myself and casually leaning against the balcony, looking towards her. And
Okay. So you're trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Let's see how successful you are at that.
First. They're still desperate.
Reason being that obviously, if somebody jumps onto the balcony next to you and you weren't expecting them,
She's gonna
you
shoot
may
you
react
in the head.
in a couple of different ways.
So what did you find out?
Uh-oh.
Oh
Doritos.
shit!
Okay.
Oh no!
It's getting chucked
You're
off.
not sure. You don't know how it happens, but it's almost like she anticipated your move. And before you know it, I mean, she's not a big person. She's, probably 5'7", 8 maybe. I don't know if that's bigger than Nicholas.
That
Nicholas
is bigger
quite
than
small.
Nicholas.
Just
Just a touch.
But as you kind of leap, you don't even see her there. She's kind of at the balcony, and as you jump, her hand's at your throat, and she's basically kind of dragging you across over the balcony onto the floor. And she's about to. You can see she has this knuckle duster, this massive knuckle duster across her fist, and she's about to let you have it.
You biter.
Unless you want to do or say something first.
I was having trouble getting over there with my hand. I'm letting go. I'm not carrying any weapons.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Blackbird.
Never heard of
Came to
you.
ask about a job.
Oh. A job? There are better ways of finding employment.
Yes, but are there any better ways that prove I could infiltrate the most guarded building you know?
She kind of relaxes a little bit, steps back.
I'll get up slowly.
You want a job?
I mean, I mostly just wanted to see the view, but while I'm up here,
Well, there's the view.
I'll glance around.
Okay.
Not seen the city from this angle. Don't get
No,
as high up
you
on
are
the
very
docks.
high up, and you don't get scared of heights or anything. You kind of
Nope.
just look down across the city. You can see a lot of the whole city kind of lit up in different places around here. The swirling fog on the water, lights in the distance from Tangletown out on the river. The lampblack warehouse. You can see that. You can see the mansion with the scaffolding around it now, where part of it was destroyed from the Red Sashes HQ. Well done. You're still breathing.
It's quite the view. Worth it.
Isn't it? The searchlight sweeps out across the town, across the rooftops as you're kind of standing there looking over the side. What? You want in the crew, do you? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say anything about the crew. I'm just proving I can get up here. Is there anywhere else you need to get? I can get there too.
Who do you work for?
Myself,
sent you?
mostly. Nobody sent me. I see a building I want to climb and climb it. But you know, sometimes when you're climbing you hear things. And it sounded like you were talking to somebody who was taking a job. If you're giving out jobs,
I may have need for somebody with your talents. But not now. Not right now. How do I contact you?
go to the docks. When the ships come in, you'll find me. Or I'll find you.
I'll find you. Did you want to leave? Sorry, just thinking that. Do you want to leave by the window or the stairs? The stairs.
Right,
We
is the
always
balcony
take
not
the
good enough?
stairs. She'll throw you down the stairs instead of out the window.
Yeah.
Poor Sullivan. Like one party member's gone rogue and the other one set himself for some kind of edgy date.
Not the angle I was intending to take.
No, but needs must.
You know, it's a bit tricky getting up there. You have spiky things on the outside. I'd rather take the stairs, but if your crew's going to have a problem with me coming downstairs, it didn't go up. Maybe you need to train your guards better.
Maybe you're right. Hey, Cobden! Doors swing open, and that huge figure stands silhouetted in the doorway there.
Just for a moment
Show
there,
this.
I regretted my choice.
Show this fella out, would you? Yeah.
That doesn't really sound much less threatening.
And he kind of steps into the room. I mean, and he kind of puts his hands on your shoulders and basically steers you, unless you want to resist or something, out of the room.
It's where I'm going anyway.
Yeah,
Don't crumple the jacket.
yeah. And as you're leaving, she kind of says, "Oh, you know what to do. You know what to do with these visitors." Yes, ma'am, he says. And you feel the hands kind of tighten on your shoulders a little bit. And you're led down the winding stairs through the building. And it takes you a little while to get downstairs. This guy, he says nothing to you on the way down. You get a lot of odd looks from a few people that are kind of in the various different levels as you descend the tower until you get to the base. And then he pushes the door open. He steps out,
Hmm.
gestures for you to come out.
I'll step out the door.
And that's when he gut punches you.
Yep.
And you keel over.
Yep. Expected.
And throws you into the street.
Ouch. Aw. That was a bit mean.
And then he just looks at you, shakes his head, turns away, goes inside.
Bit late hitting me now. I could have killed her already.
He hears that.
That was
No, he
intentional.
doesn't. He ignores you. Yeah. And the door kind of slams shut. The two guys that are kind of standing on the door, just kind of looking down at you. You lucky fucker, they say.
You know, the street's surprisingly comfortable here.
Don't get used to it.
Come down here and join me.
And I'll
Rolls
get
away.
up and walk away.
Okay. Excellent. Where are you heading?
Back to where I left Solomon, I think would be the best choice.
Okay.
See if
Yep,
he's
I
still
think
there.
that's an easy enough thing to do.
I'll go a roundabout way in case the guards at the door are watching me, rather than just walking straight towards him.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Have an enterprising trip.
You know,
I didn't. I expected you to come back down a different way.
I saw the view. Didn't see the need to repeat that task. They were
So
kind
what's
enough
at
to
the
let
top?
me out the door.
It's like, what's at the top? Wait a second. You did get to the top, did you?
Of course I got to the top. Why would I come back down otherwise?
I don't know. Maybe
He's a
'cause you
fuck
fell
about, this guy.
off.
So, your intentions then, gentlemen?
Did you find anything out?
I mean, we found out that she wanted to give Tar a job that she didn't want the rest of us to know about. We found out that Tar came here after he told us not to come here.
Learning.
We're learning things. I found out the view from up there is amazing.
Should have painted a picture
I didn't really have time.
next time.
Are you intending to stay there, or are you heading?
I have
Anyway.
no
Head
further
back.
purpose here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just small talking.
Okay.
We all know the fun's going to kick off when we get back to base.
So yeah, what's the deal then? Ashlyn, you have effectively taken a job for the crew.
Oh no, someone left her unattended.
Tara is currently in a pub in the Black Dog.
After taking a
I
job
mean,
from Lissa.
It wasn't really a job. It was just a stay out of my way. Yeah, it was.
Recruitment offer.
Yeah, it was kind of sort of. I suppose it was, wasn't it? Really, I was just no
Recruitment offer
payment.
with a punch.
It was a
Well,
promise of.
yes, there was a yeah. I didn't establish that very well, but there was kind of an implied reward, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. I think I thought it and didn't even.
I think
say
Tar
it.
was aware that if he
Unfortunately, we're not psychic.
Tar was playing it as if he could maneuver himself into any vacuum that was created through the actions of Lissa. That was his thinking.
Yeah. And what I failed to articulate was the fact that she may have some information about one of your former companions.
Hmm.
So I'll drop that in now.
Okay.
This is why you shouldn't
Oh, no.
drink and GM, people.
Oh no,
It's
Casper's
just when
coming
you're
back.
thinking about the conversation and realise what you missed.
We have a flashback. I'll take the stress. Don't worry.
I think you better.
Just when you sat around half an hour later thinking about conversation, you suddenly realise you completely missed something.
Oh, wait a minute.
I
Right.
remember.
So, what's everybody doing? We're going to head back to. Are we going to head back to the lair?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd have head back there. Yeah. No, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I think Ashlyn will get there first. So she's already there when perhaps Tar is the next to arrive. Not too long after, you're joined by the other two members of your group. I'll light the blue touch paper.
As they're walking, I'll just say, "Where have you all
No,
been? I've managed to find out when the meeting is, who's attending, where it is, and what time."
Excellent. That saves us a job.
Yeah, we were perusing the crow's nest.
And
How was the coach ride? Huh? I mean, wherever you went, I forget.
I went looking for the owners of, and he's a bit drunk at this point.
Okay,
Um,
even better. Because you always make sense when you're drunk.
Yeah.
the
It's the best time to keep secrets.
the place that was where we were supposed to be working. That place that we have. Do you remember that
Silksville.
place that we had? The place that had the boats with it? That place, yes.
you had a drink.
I had a few. Yes.
Sounds
How
like he
about
drank the bar.
you? I own the
It was
bar.
free.
Well, I sort of own the bar, I suppose. Kind of,
I mean,
in a way.
Alpha's inside you at the moment, so it probably makes sense in that capacity.
Yes,
Hey, I own it because I just paid for it.
Yeah. I bought everything they had.
well,
By the way, you owe them 8 coin.
Tart, drink this water, and I thrust a glass of water at him.
I don't want to drink the water. I have already had drink. I'm fine. I just need to stand up and get some fresh air. Near the sea.
Yeah.
The sea, where the sea is, with all the things that happened there, like all the things with birds.
You'll fall
Why?
in to sit down. Anyway, so I've managed to find out, and Basho thinks I'm going in to protect him.
You're going to
Oh,
protect.
God, he does.
You're going to protect the man that
He's
wants to
very-
touch your knee. Him, that person.
No, he thinks I am. I'm going in to see what information we can gather, so that it can help us in the long run.
Well, what will happen if everything just turns into a bloodbath and he dies? Then what will that be? A bit of a
Almost never happened. I mean, I think we were already
Well, he's dead
in a
and the lamp
bloodbath
lighters are
given the
gone.
gang war.
well.
I mean, I don't think all gangs crumble because you killed one person on top.
But if they took him out, it would just be one less problem. The whole place would fall to disarray. He's like an iron fist. And I smack my hand down on the table.
I think that's the most complimentary thing you've ever said about him, apart from his whiskey collection.
Well, he has a very
Really big iron
he has a
fist.
really
Yeah.
big fist, and he just
Like
That's
a great
why-
big lump of stone.
That's why Ashlyn doesn't like him.
It's unnatural.
And I must stop doing that.
It's too late. Once you've done it on the internet, it's forever.
I know. I can...
So anyway, what have you all been doing? I've got the information. What information have you found out?
Maybe Tar can tell us what
Yeah.
job list I
Tar?
wanted to give him.
what was who? What did you say?
You heard me perfectly well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What did you tell me?
Wait, which one of you has been drinking?
Hey!
So basically, we were gonna go check out the tower, which we did because we did what we said we were gonna do.
Well, you climbed.
A certain someone else may have not done what they said they were doing.
I did do
may
what
have-
I said I was doing. I met that bloody idiot with the big hat and the fancy suit. It stinks, by the way. He smells worse than cucumbers festering in the bottom of a vat of puke.
That's still
That's
not
weird.
an
I don't remember. I don't remember Muscles wearing a hat. Was he
No.
wearing a hat?
answer. Not when I met him.
He was terrible. He got. I don't know how he found me. I was walking around, quite managing on my own business. I found a lovely apothecary.
Apocrypha.
It was. I was going to make a potion. It was going to be remarkable. And then he came along and said, "Just get into my van." And
What's a van?
Thank God the stream ended 20 minutes ago.
Can I command a ghost to make him sober? You'll be sober in seconds, but you
He's
may
had
also
enough
have
spirits,
some kind of
thank you
mental
very
illness.
much.
Yay. I don't. I got into the coach and we went along into the. Oh, it was. Lissa is awful.
Yes, we've met.
You've met her. I thought you said you'd never met her before. Why did you suddenly meet her? How did you meet her? Were you?
Tom, maybe you should go to bed and sleep it off while the grown-ups have a chat.
Oh no,
Well,
I'd rather
look.
know what the job was first.
Little job?
She offered you a job, she told you not to tell the rest of us.
She told.
Actually, he chose not to tell the rest of us.
Hang on a minute. I've got something that'll help with this. Hang on. Just wait. I reach into my pull out some little vial of liquid and I stick it on my tongue and roll it back.
Oh no, it's a
Okay.
suicide pill.
Yeah.
And you see Tar just going completely pale white. He just goes totally ashen white, and he leans over the side,
Tabasco!
and he says, "I'll be back in just a minute." And he walks outside, and you just hear the sound of heaving and retching.
I don't like vomit. Don't.
Alright. Well, when he comes back, we'll do the litmus test. He's like, first question when he gets back, what do you think of Bazo?
Okay. Yeah, you puke. Long and hard. It's after 11, isn't it? We can say things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
What, puke?
Technically.
After the watershed? Oh.
Anyway, yes, you return. That wasn't really the tone I was going for, I gotta admit, but I like it.
I
So you
feel
still think...
a little bit better now. Now you were looking very serious there, and I wasn't sure why. What was it? What?
The job Lisa offered you.
Yes. I think that Basil's going to be properly fucked very soon, and I'm not meaning in the type of way that he would. Anyway, I think he's going to be screwed over entirely. And I think that if we play our cards right, we would be the ones to benefit from that.
As long as we don't have to do the screwing.
I think that nothing more.
And give the power to the sashes.
Yeah, we pass it over to some new faction we have no previous relationship with.
No,
That-
no, I think you misunderstand. At least I hope you do, and it's not me who misunderstood. Why is there ringing in this room? Who's got the bell? Somebody died?
Oh no, I'm just testing my new tuning fork.
Oh. I think that perhaps if we play our cards right and don't get in the way of this, it could be us. We could walk in.
Walk in where?
And take over some of the territory that has been freed up by the demise of Mr. Whiskey.
That's a bit premature. And also, we don't want to be in a turf war where the winning side is the red sashes.
Yeah. If we were going to take anyone
That's
out,
gonna be even worse
it
for
would be
us.
the red sashes.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be even worse.
It's far too difficult to take them out. There are Ruvian swordsmen. They know how. I think that Basil's ragtag motley crew of ne'er-do-wells would be a perfect opportunity. He is an asshole.
I mean, if the Eruvian swordsmen were so spectacular, why are they being like taken on by like a ragtag group of like chimney sweeps?
And they were
It can't be that. It's like the stormtroopers and the Ewoks all over again.
they were about to get their asses handed to them until we stepped in and gave them a bunch of weapons.
Didn't feel that way.
True.
Basil's washed up. Lisa's tired of him. She needs someone in. She
Fine.
needs people in there that will work with her.
Why are you so desperate to work with her?
Why am I desperate to work with her? It's power, of course. We have influence there. We would be able to do many things that we are unable to do while we are here. How did I get in here? I seem to remember. Anyway.
You would, or you would.
She runs Crow's Foot.
Exactly. And she gets to decide who runs the smaller parts of it. Just like we have these mysterious watchers that keep an eye on us. We
Which I
can't.
assume aren't related to her in any way.
Maybe. Does anybody have anything to eat? I'm feeling a bit empty.
I throw
Well,
him.
some fresh carrots being served up just outside.
You hear the seagulls landing.
Carrot soup, anyone?
Yeah.
I don't do vomit.
Bit of
guys.
sweet corn for flavour.
What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I think Tar's drunkenness is contagious.
Oh,
Okay.
I believe that Bazo's washed up.
but we know with Bazo and we can work with Bazo.
That's
this
my
other
point.
person's a completely unknown, and the other side in this massive war is a lunatic.
If we take, Bazo out, it's us versus the red sashes.
No, it's not. It's not.
I mean,
Not
the gang's
initially.
not going to swap sides just because we took out their boss.
Lisa is the one calling the shots there. She's the one. She'll broker the peace. She'll sit on them. And she'll keep us. At least until we have got the chance to prove ourselves and control the turf, control the territory.
I think if she was that good at keeping the peace, there wouldn't be like a full-scale war going on at the moment.
Well, how else?
It would have been down a while ago.
You cannot say that she's not been effective in thinning the herd that's out there.
I mean,
A little bit of collateral damage. Now she cuts off the head. That's quite simple.
she could cut the head off the red sashes. That'd be much better for us.
She might do both. Who knows who she's got lined up for the other side?
I don't trust her.
No, I don't trust her either, but she doesn't even have good whiskey or manners for that matter.
Whiskey's overrated. I wouldn't use it as a metric for judging someone.
That's all you've got. That's all you've got.
It's the only system. It's the only system that the city's ever developed.
Listen, what do you know of Scotland?
What? Scotland here or Goblin?
Yeah, I mean, you may not be familiar with the fact that Scotland is a part of the world where Tar comes from, for a start. But they have been fighting a long war against the Empire for a long time. The Unity Wars, they called them. They were basically, they refused to be kind of ruled by the Emperor. And it is everybody pretty much against Scotland. This war. Try and unify the entire world, if you like. All the
Yeah, they're just being difficult.
Yeah, they were just being awkward.
I
But they lost. it was recent, and it was only a few years ago that it ended. So it will all be in living memory for most of you, and some of you, like Tar, for example, actually served. He was on the losing side, unfortunately. But
Yeah, and I would say something to that effect. But I don't expect you to take sides. You probably weren't even touched, but I was there. I fought in the war and I did not win. I was not on the winning side, and it would be a step back to help redress a balance. That is all. There are people out there who I cannot reach. I cannot help them, and they need help. With this power that we would gain by controlling a larger part of this fine city, I would be closer to that goal. I would be able to repatriate people here. I would be able to give them a home where they do not have one, where they still live in fear and are persecuted. It is not all as cosmopolitan as it is here. I could do with another drink of water.
I also believed in fairy tales once,
Nonetheless,
but like, we got vague promises that play against your ideals. Like, there's no guarantees anything that you think you're gonna get is gonna happen.
This is Duskball. The only things that happen are because we make them.
nonetheless, without Slip, without Casper, I don't think any of us can go up against Bazo or Pickett and come
I've
out
got
of it
no
on the
interest
winning
against
side.
going up against Bazo.
Yeah. A well-placed charge in a boat would soon see them all sink to the bottom of the Great Wash. And that would be a terrible shame, yes?
Oh, you'd have to get them on the boat first.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, hang on. I think I slipped up there. Redcon!
No, too late.
Ashlyn
Yeah,
hasn't
you're not
said
sober
that.
enough.
has Ashlyn mentioned any of
Has
that?
Ashlyn mentioned that? Because Ashlyn and I were talking, but would she have waited?
Yeah, I mean, you got there before everybody else did. So would Ashlyn have mentioned it? I don't know.
Flashback.
Or would she have kept that quiet until everybody was there? I don't know.
Yeah, I probably have told him if it helps. Yeah.
If it helps. If it helps whom?
There's some
Look,
potential
I'm
future
trying to
point
create
he may be on the
conflict
ball.
here.
Oh. I can't do conflicted. I can't do conflicted characters. I really can't. I'm sitting there feeling sorry for Basho. I actually am. I'm like, ah. I don't even like him.
That's
He's
fine,
my
there's also
favourite
the
NPC,
devil you
I'd
know.
like to point
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
No kidding.
You
I
put
can
us on
only
this
play
path.
nice things.
Like, Solomon's quite happy to continue his own little war against the Red Sashes.
Yeah.
So he's got no
That makes
interest
sense.
in like doing anything to Bazo or the Lamp Black.
Well, if we don't, and someone else will, and we will just be sitting here having this conversation again in 2 weeks' time.
But next time it won't be because you wanted to cheat a
That's
job
the
from
schedule,
the crew.
good man.
Sorry, what was that, Josh? Sorry?
Next time it won't be because you wanted to keep a job from the crew.
Because I wanted to keep a job from the crew. I
I heard you
Don't.
agreeing with Lissa not to tell us
I
what job
said
she offered you.
I would be discreet. If you were there, you would have heard me say that, yes? How the hell did you manage to get up there? That place is a fortress.
That's
I mean, we literally did
my
tell you
job.
before that we were going to climb the tower.
Yes,
You're
but
like, how did you climb the tower?
I genuinely didn't think that you would be
You'd
able
be able
to.
to do it.
I'm standing there very carefully hiding my cut hand behind my back.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Did anybody see
To be
you?
fair, you climbed the crow's nest, and all you got was a cut hand. That's
Yep.
not bad.
Yeah.
Didn't even get a t-shirt that says I climbed the contest.
And all I got was this
This
stupid
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
Unfortunately,
With a
cut
bloody
hand-
handprint on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because you got a cut hand, there's still room for improvement. So, better luck next time.
Do it again and do it right.
That's fine. The next time I go up there, I'll be more careful.
Yeah. But he fell to his death, but technically he didn't cut his hand.
I mean, 2 people saw me. Lissa and the big one. But... Once you're up there, somebody needs to know that you got up there. Otherwise, how do you build a reputation?
It's funny you should say that, but how else do you build a reputation if you're not up there? We are trying to climb this city, yes? This is our opportunity to do so.
We need to back the winning team.
Yes.
We can help make the winning team.
Yes.
I'm
Is-
sure that's quite true, but who is the winning team?
It's the one
So
with...
what did you find out? Is she taking Bazo out and the lamp rat? Is she taking Bazo out and the red sashes?
Aye, she is going to be taking their heads and bashing them together into a bloody pulp, I imagine.
So that would just leave her in total control
Yeah,
of the whole of Crowsfoot.
which is why she needs people that she can put in there, but she wouldn't be able to put in any of the stooges that other
So did
people
she
have.
say to you, if we help her, she would give us territory and power? Did she say that?
Did she actually use those words?
Or are you assuming that we can take that power?
She would
Or
never.
she's taking total control for the whole area.
She would.
Well, you know how it is. Implied contracts are binding.
She would never say anything. But that is the opportunity that we have. And we have to be
Not
bold.
quite sure what opportunity we've got by helping her.
We don't need
It
to.
sounds like all we do is help her. It doesn't sound like we actually get anything out of it.
We don't need to help her. We just need not to help Basil. That is all.
So she gets complete control of the whole of Crow's.
She already does. She just wants to rearrange the management, that's all.
Well, we're going to listen and see what happens and watch.
And if something does happen, are you going to act?
I mean, if you want a bit of fun, you can take her out instead. You can
Aye.
sit back and watch the fireworks.
Doubt that she'll even be there.
Let's be somewhere.
Huh? Oh, why? Right, so she's not going to be there. Should we be there? We want to listen. Is something bad going to happen?
I mean, it's Tangletown. The entire thing could sink at any moment.
Oh, that would be glorious.
I've given Tara an idea again.
If we go and listen at this boat and stealth it, we need to make sure that we have a getaway.
We always have a getaway. That's why we bought a boat.
We always have
Because
the
if
car.
she blows up a boat, we need another boat to get away. We're not falling into the sea.
Yes, again, that's why we bought the boat.
We got the speed goat.
We We have to back the winning side, but right now I'm not sure which is the winning side, and I don't trust any of them.
I mean, in that case,
And equally,
it's not
they shouldn't
better
trust
to
us.
not back any side.
What then? And go back to robbing beautiful mansions in Silvershore?
Or we could blow them all up and kill all of them and take control of Crows for ourselves.
I doubt they're all going to be on Tangletown.
The leaders are.
Yeah, Vazo is, and whoever swings a sword at the Red Sashes, but
You would know who that is. The leader of the Red Sashes is Mylera Clev.
whoever swings a sword at the Red Sashes.
Yeah.
So we could go in, take them out, and take over that territory, both those territories.
But, like Tar says, I doubt Alyssa will be there herself, and if we create a power vacuum, she's in a position to fill it, not us.
But the power vacuum is more likely to be filled by someone in the gang rather than just outsiders who happen to be around when it happened.
She needs to keep her outsiders near her. She needs to keep her own team.
Sorry, what?
I'm more confused.
You get extra XP. You get extra XP for that.
Would anybody? I'm sorry. I don't think I managed to clear my system entirely. Would anybody? Would anybody like a drink or a song, or perhaps both?
A song. Go on then.
Yeah. Sing us the anthem of
We'll
your
sit
homeland.
there
Yeah.
and wait for the song.
There once was a lady from a place I know best, and she came at me and she asked for a test. I said, "Oh my dear, I am very happy." And then I took her and I sat her on my knee. And it continues on.
That was cool.
Clip it.
Clip, 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 clip.
I'm waiting for Kate already do the already. Yeah. Along with the hand gestures.
Oh my God.
And Tara walks over and gets a drink and pours a glass.
Excellent. Is it worth finishing there?
I
It's
think
5
so.
to
It's 10
12.
to 5 to.
Yeah.
We can't beat Tar's song.
No.
We can't. That's going to sing everybody to sleep right now, right? That's lullaby right there.
You do realise you can get your own back on him tomorrow, though, can't you? Where you get
I mean, it
Tanner to
worked
do
my
one of
dog
his
up,
sea
so
shanties
that's
tomorrow
something.
night.
I only know
Might
one.
not
You'll hear
prescribe
that
it
one
a lullaby.
over and over again.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, so hold on a minute. So we're about to go into.
Sorry, we didn't even get to a score, did we?
No, but
I think we know
we're going
what
to
it
go
is,
into
though.
a huge score next on Blade, which could be the end of us, end of everything in Blade.
I think it might be the end of this kind of series, if you like,
Well,
and
everyone
then
stop
we'll be,
ending all these story arcs. I'm really discombobulated.
and then we'll have a break for a
It's gonna
bit
be the end
and
of
play some
someone,
other
that's
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Andy's it's coming to the end of his episode in Mutants and Masters.
But it's only the
You're
episode,
coming to
it's
the
not
end
the
of your
whole-
episode in Blades,
Yeah.
and then I'm a bit out of sorts now.
I'm actually a little bit concerned because I'm going to think of something else to run instead.
Spire. Oh no, we're doing that on
Mothership,
Tuesday.
Spire.
Spire.
I don't know.
No,
Traveller, who knows?
Well, we're all right.
here's what we say, faster Star Trek. No, didn't hear anybody
Hey,
say that.
whoa, Mark. Well, you better think of something quick because we're running up to the end of June,
Yes.
and then we've got the July schedule. So you need to think of something quick so I can put on the July schedule.
Andy's
Can't
going to
just
run a
jump
game.
tomorrow. While you're mowing the lawn, you better think of something.
It's not think of something. It's choose one of the 100 that is going around in your mind, isn't it? Is that not?
Something along those lines, yeah. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no,
to be
it
honest, I kind of thought the Blades were going to finish tonight, but it didn't.
Oh.
So
What?
I'm bloody glad.
Sorry to disappoint.
What? Our group makes something last longer than it should do.
yeah, kind of.
Guys,
it kinda
I have a
happened
new.
all
I have, yeah, guys, I have a new plan. Let's ignore this obvious ending, and let's go fight the Wraiths again. Or something. Let's just go rogue.
Yep. I wake up. It's all a terrible dream.
You can't kill
It
us
was,
all.
stepping out of the shower. Aren't you dead?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean,
Yeah,
it
well,
may
look,
not.
Yeah, the trouble is, Bong, with one shots, I'm getting people to run the one shots, and
Well, their one shots
there was a few
tend to be
people put on the spot last night.
3 or 4 shots.
And there was a few arms bent again last night.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Mr. K.
I don't know what you mean.
Bless him. I think I've only got one date. It's one Friday to fill. I think 30th.
Yeah, you should look at micro RPGs and this, like the.
Yes, well,
wait,
well
is-
volunteered there, Lloyd.
Which one are we going to do?
Jessica,
Do the one that
Jessica.
everybody does, do Honey Heist, which is...
So
What's hun-
Lloyd's
oh,
now
what-
on Friday
what's
the
Honey Heist?
30th going to run a mini heist.
Easy,
Actually,
Tiger.
I believe we have a previous commitment from Angie to run a game.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think so.
That's also recorded on one of the VOD.
Yeah.
thing is, even if I said, the thing is, I would get that I was running it anyway.
Angie,
I
would
mean,
you-
It's just never
Angie,
gonna
so that-
happen.
Okay,
You've
so
got
that's
2
Angie
months
booked
to
in to
prepare.
run Honey Heist.
Hang on. I've got this. Right. If I go to the browser that's over here and start a very quick channel point redemption campaign for Ange to run. Let's just there.
I'm going to have to say, please don't do that.
Honey Heist or Crash Pandas?
Ow
Crash
it.
pandas every time.
Would you run a game, Ange, if it was a game?
No.
It's not a case of me. Yeah, if I was mentally capable of running a game, then I would.
Well, the
The
that's why you
fact is,
pick
I
something that's
can't
very.
remember my own characters in the game, so how could I run a game with like X amount of characters? And I don't know the rules to any game, so expect me to run a game and no rules.
Rules
It's
are
just-
overrated.
It's just going to be chaos.
It would be Angie rules. I think Angie game.
Make it up as you go along.
So all you do is you start off, you're all dead.
Or play a fiasco game where
Well
no
done.
one's a DM.
Oh, Fiasco. We've not... Ooh.
There's probably a good handbook for that we could pick up.
I think if you played a DM but by your rules, that would be cool.
It'd
I
be
think-
chaos.
Exactly,
It
yeah.
would be
Every
Fiasco.
round.
We'd be playing Fiasco.
Anyway, right, we'll hold that. We'll hang that one there. We'll work.
Yeah.
We'll continue to ask Angie if she would be willing, and if not, we will not, of course, not do anything as
I have
rash.
had a game before.
Well, convenient. We've got a slot on July 30th.
But I kind of half it. I kind of half it and then let Mark finish it.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Hey, doggy!
Hey, dog stream.
Oh, look at
He's been crying since that song came on the air.
That's because he wants to go to bed.
Hello, Gucci, Gucci,
Yeah.
Gucci.
Oh,
Nice
like
one.
he's hiding from us.
We'll continue to look at
Okay,
the options
so,
there. That wasn't even a million
Tomorrow
points.
is D&D and somebody's going to try and ruin another night for me.
Before that, though, it's D&D.
D&D and D&D.
Got 2 games tomorrow.
Two
So
D&D.
Josh suddenly realises,
And then
Oh, I'm running a
Sunday
game
is
tomorrow.
questions and answers. and
I'm
I
actually
think-
Oh,
still
shit.
prepping.
Yeah, so, Josh is sorting questions and answers. Well, look,
Let's
all
see
you
them.
need to do is choose a subject. The rest of it we'll just do what we normally do and wing it. So if anyone
no, I
wants
need
to do
the
the
questions
questions
as well.
and answers with us on Sunday.
yeah,
Bit more than just the subject.
yeah.
John was going to join us question and answers, but got up really early on Monday, so we can't do it.
Oh, man, okay.
Strain, Commander Strain is joining us.
Hey.
When I say us, I'm not involved with the questions and answers because I just cause chaos.
But what, it depends. If it's kind of
I did
GM
one
related,
questions and
now that
answers and it
you've
just went
volunteered
wrong.
yourself to...
So yeah, it's looking like Strain. Lloyd, are you doing it?
Yeah, sure.
Good, there we
Yeah.
go. Where's the dog going? Just thought I'd ask him.
He's like, I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to be on TV.
Oh wow, I've got a bit of a
Um,
suddenly the temperature.
Should we make the Q&A? How would Angie run a game?
That'd be brilliant.
There you go. There's the topic.
That'd be brilliant. It'd be an amazing game to play. I'd be totally into that.
Yeah.
Angie's Rules. The game could be called Angie's Rules. That's the game. So it'd be
Yeah.
fun.
You have absolutely... The thing is, all of you have absolutely no idea what a control freak she is. None whatsoever.
I am.
You have no idea what you're opening yourselves up for.
I mean, she
Don't
can
go
watch the
down the
Railroad
path I
versus
want you to
Sandbox
go down,
episode.
I'll-
So yeah, it's like, no, you're not doing that.
Well, why
No,
would
you're
you
not
do
doing
that? That's a
that.
stupid
You
idea.
fucking idiot. What are you doing that for?
You're
I would love
dead.
it if you. I would love it. I think I'm like, okay, roll your attack, and I'll tell you whether you hit or not. Like, don't tell me the number. Just roll for the attack.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah.
That didn't work,
Nah.
and a boulder just landed on your head. You're dead.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
But that's really going to mess up my story. So no, that didn't.
Oh. Well, when you see, I do that now when we play. If I don't get my own way, or I'll make random rules up, and all the DMs go, "What did she just say that for?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we better agree. Otherwise, she'll have like some kind of meltdown on air, and that'll be it.
You're giving me a really bad rep.
No, look, you're a drinker. That's just one of those things. That's what it is.
I'm a what?
Anyway,
What am I? A drinker? I don't drink.
What's happening?
watch the VOD.
Yeah. On that note, ladies and gentlemen,
What is happening?
on that note, we'll put this together. If you do want to watch our recordings of this mayhem, then you can find us on YouTube. And there is the channel. We have 55 subscribers on our channel. It would be lovely if we could get
That's
that
not many.
to 56 or 57. You know, it's a number.
60 by the end of the weekend.
That'd be
I've been saying
great.
60 for once.
You're talking to people that probably already.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. We're probably talking. So if you have any friends that haven't subscribed, I'd like to tell you a little bit of a story that I heard at the weekend.
Hold on, wait a minute.
This is a story about IMT and somebody who had never watched our show before and didn't know what to expect, but off the back of our theme tune had found their way to watching our shows. And they had never watched a TTRPG before, and they had no idea. And now they are well, I don't know if they're watching right now, obviously, but they are loving it, and they're really hooked, and they're really enjoying the show. It's like they haven't ever watched. They have no frame of reference. They don't understand what's going on half the time, but they're really enjoying it. So there you go. You see, that's brilliant.
It's like a soap opera, isn't it?
It really is.
Or maybe more wrestling match. You know what? I have no idea where I'm going with this.
Okay.
That's all.
So we're going to go raid somebody. Apparently Dork Tales are doing something. Bongmaster's
right.
saying. So
Yeah, we're going to them because Kelly from Dork Tales is joining us on June the 18th for those one of the games he's signed up to join. I can't think what it is now. But
It's those Dark Places.
those Dark Places, yeah. Kelly's joining. So.
That'd be nice.
Right, so I need to look over here and press some buttons.
When's that? June 18th.
I think so. Next week.
We
have a space on that one actually.
Can I have it?
You're in it.
Am I in it?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
So we've got a space.
Unless you feel like you take up 2 spaces.
Well, I am a bit on the old large side.
I'm trying to get Josh in,
derriere.
because Josh played the first of those Dark Places and he really loved it. And then every game we've had so far with John running it, he's been busy.
Mr. K.
I mean, that's his own fault.
Guys,
Mr. K. Stop
everybody,
being busy.
thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for the resubscriptions. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for just being here and listening. And I hope we've provided some entertainment for you tonight or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 p.m. BST, which is GMT +1. And for now, we're going to go and raid Dork Tales, who are streaming under the same tag that we are. So they're doing a tabletop RPG.
Spam those Dennises.
Spam those Dennises. You've got the emotes. Let them know that we're raiding in. They might. We'll just do that, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks to everybody on the table tonight. It's been a blast, and thanks you all for watching, and see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.
Catch you later, everybody.